go. A chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay this horn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to Middlestad, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots. He scores! That's a trick. Didn't have to go. Face off. And the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic getting some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Going to be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's going to be an added penalty. That's going to be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are going to clear that zone over to the near side. Here comes Heischer on a chance. A shot. Denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout. Taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes and he scores! Oh no, did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple of fists. And it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple fists going either direction. Still clinging on to each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet. Still laying punches. The helmet comes off of Struble. And still laying some punches to Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight. But Zadorov is absolutely dominating it. And they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone. Over to Mantha. Intercepted. And here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots. He scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. There's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah, going to take the draw and going to be won by the Pens. That's going to be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low. Going to try and take it behind the net. Trying to create some room. Over to the far side, to the top of the zone, over to St. Ivan. He sends it, shot, deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance, a shot, and he's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Bill Quaven, let's freaking go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Going to try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy! Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot! And he's done! Guys, winner! Let's freaking go, baby! Sid the Kid!
Took it on his...
Sid the Kid!
Took it on his shoulder and said, let me just clear this one.
That is how you do it. Sid the Kid clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby. That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you freaking do it. That is how the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, we'll be covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go! The Pittsburgh Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. Ice. A chance. A shot. He's gone! Run! Russ! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out. It's Kindle. A chance, a breakaway. He shoots. He scores! Igor Chinikov getting his first goal as a Penguin. Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins. Let's go! That is how you freaking do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing you live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the San Jose Sharks. We're gonna be joined by Dad for a little bit before he heads up. What's good, Dad? Probably gonna be leaving halfway through the first, I'd imagine, but he's here for a little bit. Maybe he'll answer. What's a good sports predictor? I almost forgot to mute the TV, but I am making me some tea. What's good, Dad? Wow, season's not over by one loss?
Yep.
I'm making me some tea right now.
And we'll see what happens here.
Oh, Dad's mic's not on? What's good? What's up? Oh. That is a problem. Let's see. Is that Dad's? Nope. Dad's. Why can I not find Dad's? Oh, wait. Dad, come up to the mic.
Hello?
Okay. Good, that is your audio. I want to make sure. My audio got all messed up whenever I tried signing in to Streamlabs on this computer with my account on this computer. I think it was coming from your mic. Yeah, it was coming from my mic. It was feeding in. Do you mind? They can't
What's
hear
going
you.
on? Something's wrong with the mic. It's break it.
Let me know when he stops being cringe. I'll be back. You guys are left with cringe, Dad. I can't do this anymore.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
What? It's on.
Want me to walk out again? I'll walk out like the Starbucks employees in Washington.
Cool. Hey, guess what? You make a better door than a window.
And you make a better clown than you do a mic breaker up guy. Oh my gosh. So we are here and ready to rumble. Let me get back into my oh my gosh. But yeah, we are rolling here. A big game tonight in the West Coast. Let me go ahead and move some things around here very carefully so I don't cause a big mess. But we are ready to roll here underway in San Jose.
Rev your engines.
Well, it's the Leafs moving it up into the offensive end of the near side, driving around, pass intercepted, taken by Will Smith. By the way, our goalie matchup tonight is Anthony Stolarz and Alex Nedeljkovic. We'll take a look into that as we get time.
I didn't know the movie star was playing hockey.
Who?
Will Smith.
Oh my gosh. He's not the Fresh Prince. He's white. So here we go. Face off in the neutral zone. Won by the Leafs off of the stick of Tavares to the far side. Dumped into the offensive end. Chasing it back on in behind the net of Nedeljkovic to the near side. The Sharks trying to move it out, and Tavares gets it back in the offensive end to the far side. Centering pass now towards the near. Doesn't he play for the Dodgers? Will Smith plays for everyone. Will Smith will bat for any team. As the Sharks clear it out off the stick of Desharnais. And now up into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. A shot goes wide. That one by who's that? That's Chernyshov. Along the far side, and the Leafs get it back over to the near side in the defensive end. Up through center they go. That's going to be Morgan Riley dumping it into the offensive end to the near side, and we got a puck out of play, I presume, because I don't see it.
There's Will Smith skating towards the first base line.
It's And while he's over there, he's like, in West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, max and relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I mean, it would make sense. He's in San Jose. He's out in California, so he is kind of near Bel Air.
Yep.
But he ain't on the LA Kings. But here we go into the offensive end. It's going to be back in behind the net. Nedeljkovic taken back by the Leafs off of the stick there of Bo Grew. And to the near side, taking it out. Bo grew a pair and gave the puck up. Hitting homers to win the Super Bowl. No, it's to win the Stanley Cup. Or hitting homers to win the World Series. No, it's hitting him to win the Stanley Cup because he plays for the Sharks too. Although they can't get a cup because the Pens just absolutely demolished them. But a shot from the Sharks over to the near side, going wide, and into the corner, back centering to the far side, loose again along the boards. Bo Grew breaking that pass up over to Benoit, and taken back, shot by the Sharks, not gonna go, but a Shark is slow to get up. We'll see if he's all right on the far side. Who was it? That was Muhammad Deline. No, was it Sherwood? Someone went down, and I can't tell who went down.
Number 44.
No, he wasn't the one that went down. The one that went
right
down.
There. Boom. You got it down.
Yeah, but he wasn't the one getting up slow. Will Smith did a homer that beat Toronto Blue Jays. That is true. That do be true. But here we go. Face-off won by the Leafs out of their own end. Off the stick of Philippe Myers to the far side. Clearing it up into the neutral zone.
Feliz Navidad.
Felipe Navidad. Felipe Navidad. Why does that sound like one of those things that would be like the Indian Christmas carols? Have you seen those videos?
No.
It's like, just to get a no sleigh bells, a jingle-ling-a-ring-a-ting-a-ting-a-ling-a-too. Oh, man. Here we go to the far side, face-off into the offensive end for the Leafs. Face-off lost by Domi. Along the far side boards, cleared up into the defensive end by the Sharks. Moving it around near side, wing to the far side to the offensive end they go. Driving the net, not able to do much with it though, is Colin Graff. Over to the near side, going to be taken there by Morgan Riley. Up through center he goes. Into the offensive end on a pass to the far side. Driving it towards the net, back in behind to the near side. Along the boards over there to Dakota Joshua. And back into the corner they go. Over to the far side. Flipping it out. Here come the San Jose Sharks through center. Losing control of it. And wing to the far side. Here come the Toronto Maple Leafs. Over to the far side, into the corner, chased down by Desjardins, and to the near side, down into the corner, loose to the far side again, taken for the Leafs on the opposite boards, and out of the corner, trying to move it up, tied up for that puck is going to be Brandon Carlo, and that puck going to get jarred down into the corner, moving it around in front of Nedeljkovic, who's going to freeze the puck. So speaking of Nedeljkovic, taking a look at our goalie matchup here. Looking at Alex Nedeljkovic of the Sharks this season, he is 14-13-4 with a 297 goals against and an 893 save percentage, although no shutouts. In his last four starts, he has lost 3 of them in regulation and won 1 in regulation. He did come in during the Blues game, letting up 2 goals, so presumably an injury. But we'll see. To the near side, shot by the Sharks, he scores. That goal gonna be by Zach Ostapchuk. Gonna get the game's first goal at a time in of 3:27 into the first period. 1 shot, 1 goal for the Sharks. That's the way to get it done. Man, that was a real beauty. I mean, getting it right through off the draw. The Sharks were able to move it. Orlov along the far side. Able to connect to Gaudreau, who just got it to speed with Ostapchuk. Right on into the net and just, hello, good morning, good night. So here we go, center ice draw and the faceoff won by the Sharks, who have all the game's momentum right now to the near side. clearing it into the offensive end behind the net of Stolars to the near side, clearing it up, shot by the Sharks, denied and frozen by Anthony Stolars, giving us a great chance to look at him. He is 10-9-3 on the season with a .330 goals against average and an .893 save percentage. Also, no shutouts on the year. In his last 5 starts, he has 2 regulation wins, 1 overtime win against the Ducks, an overtime loss to the Lightning, and a shootout loss to the Devils. But in each of those, giving up a total of 15 goals, so only averaging 3 goals against in his last 5 games, which is better than his normal goals against average. So here we go. We got a face off now to the left of Stolars, and puck goes loose to the far side. Taken by the Leafs by Matthew Nyes. Down low behind the net to the near side, clearing it up along the boards to Michelli. Into the neutral zone, dumping it into the offensive end, played by Nedeljkovic to the near side. The Sharks clearing it out. Up through center to Smith, over to Celebrini. Into the offensive end, Smith back Celebrini, shot denied by Stolars. A beautiful job there for Celebrini and Smith, both of them, just on a bang, bang, boom kind of shot. Oh, is it Pride Night for the Sharks? Look at the banners.
Yeah,
yeah, all the ads are they're Pride ads, so it's their Pride Night. We'll see if the Leafs spoil it or not. And I need to see if my tea is getting anywhere close to ready. But here we go, far side face-off over to the right of the goalie, not Nedeljkovic, Stolars. And here we go, Celebrini. Looking at the face-off win probability at 62.8%. So here we go. Face-off won by Celebrini, top of the zone, driving down low along the boards over to Mukhamadeline. That name always trips me up. But back into the near side boards, down low. The Sharks still with possession. Centering to the point, Mukhamadeline to the far side to Smith. Down low, taken back by Domi. Moving it up the other way. Here come the Sharks the Leafs into the offensive end. This shot goes wide. Up to the top of the zone. Domi shot gets deflected loose in front of the net. And a nice job by Nedeljkovic to poke that puck away. Cleared out to center, played by Riley, centering that center ice to the far side. Domi flipping it into the offensive end, into the corner, chased down low. Mukhamadeline, though, able to get it partially cleared out. Up to center ice and into the offensive end come the Sharks, dumped in by, I believe that's Celebrini. And we got a whistle. My tea ready? I don't know if my tea's ready or not. I don't want to burn my mouth. But we'll see. So it looks like Celebrini hopping off. Taking a look at Yaroslav Askarov as well, sitting in the Sharks bench. And here we go. Waiting on the face-off over to the left of Stolars. And we'll see here. We forgot to play the Sharks goal horn, didn't we? We did. That's one that has to be manually done because the code doesn't see it.
Okay, here's a question.
What's up?
There are only 8 NHL head coaches from the start of 2023 to 2024 that remained with the same team. Can you guess them?
Oh, man. Oh, that's a toughie. I would guess Rod Brindamore of Carolina.
Yep, that's one.
Oh, man. That's a toughie. Colorado's coach?
Yep, Jared Bedard.
Yep, I know the Stars aren't. They got rid of their coach this last year, but a shot for the Sharks not going to go. I gotta think about that here. Into the boards, near side, top of the zone, wing to wing from Letty to the far side, back to Letty again. From the point, cycling around, down to the far corner, shot denied, loose behind the net, over to the near side, taken off of the stick of Kiefer Sherwood. From the point to the far side they go, shot denied by Stolars, but over to the far side, gonna be cleared out by Quillan. But man, that is a toughie.
One is a Canadian team.
The Canadian team... The Leafs? No. Maybe. Not Vancouver, I don't think.
Nope.
Winnipeg?
Nope.
Okay. It could be Edmonton.
Nope.
Okay. Wouldn't be Montreal, would it?
Yep. Canadians. Martin St. Louis.
Martin St. Louis, former player.
Yep.
I remember that name. It was on NHL Slapshot. But here we go. A chance for the Sharks denied by Stolars. Although I think they got away with a little slashing call on that one. I think Tyler Toffoli got away with a little slashy. Slashy, stabby, stabby. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
He went down, just bang, making the player lose a stick.
How about the team that the Penguins played tonight?
Oh, yeah.
John Cooper.
Yeah, the Lightning have been really good for the last few years.
Yep.
Florida,
Panthers,
what's his name?
Yep, Paul.
Yep.
Maurice.
Paul Maurice. There's one more, right?
No, there's 1, 2, I think 3 more.
Okay, going through the teams. I know it's not Boston because Marco Sturm's in his first or second year. I remember that.
One is
it's not Columbus.
Atlantic.
Not Columbus. It's not Buffalo. The Atlantic teams, it's maybe Detroit.
No.
Looking at the rest of the Atlantic, it's not Florida. We already talked about it.
Metropolitan. One is one Metropolitan. I'm sorry.
Oh, Metropolitan. Okay. Looking at your Metro teams, it's not Columbus. We already talked about Carolina with Rod Brindamore. It's not the Islanders because Patrick Waugh in his first year. It's not Mike Sullivan and the Rangers. It's not the Penguins.
Right.
Obviously. That leaves me with the Capitals, the Flyers, and the Devils. And if I had to guess out of those, I don't think it's the Devils. I would say Capitals.
Yep. Spencer Carthy.
Okay, where are the other divisions?
One is you're burning things down. Is your hint.
No, I'm talking division.
I don't know what they are, but you're burning things down.
That would be the Flames, wouldn't it?
Yep.
That's too easy.
Ryan.
One last one. So let's see. Going through the teams, it's not Columbus, not Chicago. I don't think.
It begins with a P.
P. Oh, the Predators.
Yeah, Anthony.
Your hints are too easy.
Brunette.
You might as well just say it's the Predators at that point.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The Predators and the Penguins, I think, are the only two teams that start with a P on team name. But here we go, a shot, and it's loose in front of the net, cleared out the other way. Here come the Maple Leafs.
I'm like, wow, that's a lot of changes.
Oh, well, in an 82 game season, a lot of change happens.
Yeah, but head coaches.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at Vegas. Vegas has been in a playoff spot all year, and they made a coaching change. Over to the far side, it's going to be taken by the Sharks. I mean, granted, they're in the Pacific, so they should be running away with it, and they're not running away with it, but still. Over to the near side, boards the Leafs out of their own end, clearing it up through center, taken back by the Sharks. Over to the far side, into the defensive end, near side corner they go, chasing it down. Taking a look at our poll in the chat, we got 3 votes over there. We're splitting 2/3 for the Leafs. As the Sharks get it back into the offensive end, Macklin Celebrini passing to Smith, shot denied, and the puck goes out of play. So far, this game has been all Sharks. The Leafs are playing like they are dead. I mean, granted, the Leafs practically are dead men walking, but you don't gotta play like it just because you are. You know? I mean, this is a golden opportunity to see what you got without Auston Matthews. And they're showing us that they got nothing without Matthews. So over to the near side, getting cleared out, chasing it down in behind the net of Nedeljkovic. To the far side, and it's taken to center ice where the Leafs intercept it. Into the defensive end, that's going to go from Benoit to the far side, right in front of the benches, punched into the offensive end for the Leafs, chasing it into the corner, and a penalty coming up. Now it's going to be a penalty against San Jose, and the Sharks, no, not going to tag up. Over to the, never mind, I thought it was a delayed penalty, but the arm went down. But over to the near side, passing across, not going to go. Over to the far side, the Sharks get it back now to the near. Celebrini passing to center, and the puck is going to go loose. Domi into the offensive end. Over to the far side, that's played by Robertson. Along the board, shot denied. Loose in front of the net, taken by the Sharks. Down low off the stick of Dickinson, now to the near side. And off of the stick now of Letty. Back across to Dickinson, up through center they go. Back into the defensive end to the near side. And the Sharks are going to go wing to wing again and back up to the near side. Up on into the offensive end. Into the far side boards. Down low. Trying to drive it. Is going to be off the stick of Wenberg. Top of the zone. Near side shot. Broken stick. The puck goes into the near side corner. Along the boards. And here come the Maple Leafs.
You know what you could say about that shot?
What?
The stick went further than the puck. The broken stick.
You're not wrong. But here we go into the offensive end. Here come the Sharks down low into the corner. And trying to move it around along the boards, passing, centering to the far side. And a shot denied by Stolars. Behind the net, working with that puck to the far side is going to be Wenberg. Top of the zone, Sharks. Over to the near side from Ferraro to the far side corner, going wide and taken back by Carlo. Here comes a chance for the Leafs. Tavares, centering pass, not able to get it through Ferraro. Back in behind the net towards the near side. Nylander to the far side to the top of the zone, and the Leafs are threatening. Ekman-Larsson sending it down. Over to the near side along the boards. Tied up is going to be off the stick of Tavares. And that puck will get cleared out. Ekman-Larsson going to give chase. And it's going to be an icing on the Sharks.
Yeah, I think I'm maybe going up.
Loser.
Yeah, I'm a loser.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
It's over.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Now that I have this USB hub, I can have them always plugged in, which is like so nice. It's a little four-piece USB hub, but gives me what I need: my a charger, my keyboard, and my my earbuds, all in the easy to reach place. Oh yes, Dad calling a game. Oh, by the way, he's gonna be calling hockey at 900 subs. So if you guys are enjoying the content, we're only 26 subs away, Dad. How you feel about that?
Terrible.
And now back in behind the net to the far side. The Sharks clear it out and taken back by the Leafs into the offensive end. Driving down, shot not going to make it to the net. In front of the net, still loose. And it's off of Nedeljkovic. Back in behind the net to the near side come the Sharks. Into the offensive end in the near side corner. Down low, played by the Leafs, Philippe Myers. Back down low, the Sharks. Over into the corner, towards the top of the zone. Shot and saved by Stolars. All right, at 8:36 to go in the first period, they're going to step away for their second commercial break of the evening. So that gives us a great chance to look at some of the out-of-town scores. The Minnesota Wild are looking off the Vancouver Canucks. 4-2 is your score with 3.5 minutes to play in that one. With 7:15 to go in the second, the Edmonton Oilers, off of Henrique and Savoie, are up 2-0 over the Blackhawks. Also in our late start games, the Calgary Flames. Frost going to be up 1-0 for the Flames against the Golden Knights. Obviously, Osipchuk getting our goal here for the Sharks. And then the Seattle Kraken up 1-0 over the Mammoth on an Eberle goal. Taking a look at some of the early impactful games, the Sabres having to wait another day to clinch. The Ottawa Senators beating them in regulation, and that does not bode well yet for the Sabres. They still have to wait another day. Earliest they can clinch, I believe, is going to be Saturday now. Let me take a look here real quick just to confirm that, because tomorrow, yeah, the Senators don't play tomorrow, so they could clinch on Saturday. It's just going to be a simple win and in, I believe, it's going to be a win plus Ottawa helping them out. But they could clinch Saturday, so we'll see. Also, the Florida Panthers offing the Boston Bruins 2-1. The Canadiens getting a lead over Boston because they got a win over the Rangers. The Red Wings offing the White Hot Flyers 4-2. The Canes clinching a playoff spot tonight by getting a win over the Blue Jackets. And also taking a look, the Devils beating the Capitals by a final score of 7-3. And then the Stars beating the Jets 3-0. All right. So here we go. Far side faceoff won by the Sharks, sending it around down low. Shot denied off of Stolars. And we got a whistle. All right. So 8.5 to go here in this first period as we are rolling our way through it. Stolars checking out his mask, making it sure it's all good, and it looks like it is. So a face-off to his right, going to be taken by John Tavares for the Leafs, and for the Sharks, can't tell who, but Tavares wins it. And up through center, going to be played by the Sharks to the far side. Through center, taken back by Carlo into the offensive end. He dumps behind the net of Nedeljkovic to the near side, along the boards. Moving it around now, down low. Here comes a chance, centering pass. And it's going to be to the top of the zone, wing to wing to the far side. Driving down low, centering pass, a chance. Can't get a shot off. Nice defense by the Sharks. But down low, a shot to the near side, deflected wide. Over to the far side now, going to be played off of the stick, and a shot denied. McCabe, top of the zone to the far side, able to connect partially, but here comes a breakaway chance, driving down, he shoots, he's denied by Stolars. On that chance there was Ostapchuk yet again. Over to the near side though, the Leafs flipping it up through center into the offensive end, and taken back by the Sharks off of Sam Dickinson. Moving it out the far side through center to the offensive end. Chasing it down low, Celebrini able to get a stick on it, but over to the far side it goes loose. Smith to the top of the zone to Letty, shot! Not gonna go. Oh, excuse me. Over to the far side, racing for that puck, Celebrini down to Smith. Smith along the board, towards the top of the zone, taken out the other way. Here come the Leafs. That's Bo Grew. Into the offensive end to the far side to Michelli, trying to free that puck up. Into the corner now, top of the zone, cleared out to center ice. Taken to the near side, and the Leafs are going to dump it back in behind Nedeljkovic. To the far side, back over to the near. Here comes Letty, passing back. Now up and back again to the near side. That one going to go to Dickinson. Moving it out now along center into the offensive end. Going to be taken to the near side by Wenberg. Along the boards looking for help. Down low, able to connect. That's Sherwood. Back again to the top of the zone. Back into the corner again. Over to the near side. Down low. Tied up for that puck. Kiefer Sherwood getting in there. And taken back by John Tavares and the Maple Leafs. Up through center they go, and taken back by San Jose into the offensive end, near side corner, down low, played by Morgan Riley. Moving it out the other way, but Wenberg takes it back from the point. Near side shot denied. Nice save effort there by Stolars. Let me go ahead and get myself a fan going, because I'm getting a little hot down here, a little toasty, a little roasty toasty. Okay. So here we go. That one actually, man, Ostapchuk's breakaway went off the frickin' post, man. That's rough. That is rough. Okay. So taking a look at Ostapchuk as we got a face-off, one to the near side by the Leafs, over to the top of the zone, clearing it out. Chasing it around and up through center to the near side. Domi into the offensive end. He takes, looking to pass back, centering along the near side, working it down low is Robertson. And the Sharks clear the zone successfully, but it's going to be no icing. Over to the far side, the Leafs. Max Domi with that puck. Up through center he goes. Into the near side of the offensive end. Chasing it down is Dakota Joshua into the corner, and the Leafs will cough it up. Right, battling for that puck now. The Sharks out to the far side through Descharnay. And now centering pass near side. Not able to get a shot is to Foley. Back down low around the corner near side. Working it around along the boards. It's loose, taken by the Leafs. Up through center, here comes Benoit. Back on in behind the net into Elshkovich, and gonna leave it there. Over to the far side, the Sharks go. But the Leafs trying to take it back. Battling for that possession along the boards. And back up to the top of the zone, working it around is Matthew Nyes. Coughing it up though, and here come the Maple Leafs. Into the offensive end they'll go, and they're gonna ice the puck. I think we're gonna try to do this for the stream because I, quite frankly, don't want to go too loud. My voice is starting to kill me a little bit, so we're gonna go a little bit lower for tonight. Don't mind that fan in the background. That's what's keeping me cool. You know what? Is there a way that I can do this? Whoop, I am screwing things up. Okay, that's gonna look better. All right, so here we go. Over to the near side, down low, centering pass denied. Over to the near side, trying to move it out. Here comes your chance. The San Jose Sharks moving it up into the offensive end behind the net of Stolarz to the far side, trying to clear it out. They do. Over to the far side, the Leafs with possession, backing across to the near side, along the boards. Up through center, he goes to the offensive end, and going to be played by Nedeljkovic. Behind the net, left for Desharnais. Or, sorry, that's Dickinson, my bad. 5 looked like a 6 for a second. But here we go to the far side. These Sharks moving it out now. Letty coughing it up to center, taken back by the Leafs into the offensive end near side and battling for that puck again. It's Domi up through the far side, back into the defensive end, taken back by San Jose, and it goes loose in front of the net. Played to the far side there. It's taken by the Leafs along the boards, down low, over to the near side, able to connect with Carlo into the offensive end. A chance shot denied off the blocker pad. And to the far side, bodies colliding with Celebrini in front of the Sharks bench, but the Leafs get it back to the near side. Here comes Benoit in his own end, looking to work with that puck, trying to find a way out here with it. To the far side he goes. And into the offensive end they're working. Into the far side boards. It's wrapped around. Centering pass. Shot denied by Nedeljkovic. A nice shot there by Simon Benoit. A beautiful read on that play, if I do say so myself. And you see Ferraro talking it over with Nedeljkovic after that. They're, dicing about something. But here we go. Let's take a look around the rest of the NHL real quick. See if we got any other updates to provide you. It does not appear that way. Also, the one score we forgot to talk about earlier, the Pittsburgh Mother-Loving Penguins dropping to the Tampa Bay Lightning by a final score of 6-3. Not the kind of night you want to have for the Penguins, but still, it's quite all right considering everything that's going on. But we will take a look at playoff scenarios for tomorrow as well as we have time, because tomorrow's teams are, for the most part, not playing tonight. Taking a look ahead to tomorrow's slate of games, we got the Flyers at the Islanders and the Blues at the Ducks. Big game there on both fronts here. Flyers and Isles, man. That is going to be the battle for who is going to stay alive in the Eastern Conference race. The Flyers have been white hot as of late. The Isles have been a bit up and down, but they have been a thorn in the side, taking that third place in the Metro as of right now. So the big question is going to be, can the Isles keep it going and get it back, or will the Flyers have a rebound game after dropping to Detroit tonight? Also, we got the Blues and Ducks. That game is going to be massive. The Blues have had a little bit of trouble as of late. They're going to need to get some points if they want to stay alive in the playoff race. However, it's coming up against a team who is trying to clinch a playoff spot in the relatively near future, with Anaheim at 87 points entering today. They're only a few points away, swings away from clinching a playoff spot. Taking a look around the rest of the Western Conference there, let's take a look here at the big point swings needed for a clinching spot here. You're talking just an 8-point swing for Anaheim, and that's with San Jose. A 6-point swing with teams like the Predators, the Kraken, a 3-point swing with the Blues. They've already bested the Flames, and a 5-point swing with the Winnipeg Jets. So a lot of opportunity there. The Ducks are going to be hungry to get that ticket punched as the Leafs win the draw in the offensive end to the far side. Taken now, Tavares over to the near side. It goes loose. And the Sharks are going to clear the zone. Taken back over the near side by Morgan Riley. Dumped in behind the net of Nedeljkovic to the near side. The Leafs are trying to make a massive dump on the Bay Area tonight. And we'll see. Losing a stick is Tavares. Back over to the near side. The Sharks clearing the zone. Moving up now through center to the offensive end. Driving the net is Kiefer Sherwood. And the puck goes out of play. All right, if you guys are enjoying the stream though, man, do me a huge favor. Drop a like on the stream, man. Every little bit does help. It tells the YouTube algorithm, hey, this guy's doing something I enjoy. Let me share this with more people. And if you guys really are enjoying, dropping a sub is great. It's free. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of Stanley Cup Playoffs. We'll be live throughout the Stanley Cup Playoffs multiple nights a week, multiple times a night, and we are getting ready for the playoffs. By the way, I'll be calling Penguins playoff games in a Penguin blow-up costume, so if you want to see that for the memes as well, drop a sub. So here we go. The Sharks win the offensive zone draw to the far side along the boards. Taking the price is Dmitry Orlov, and the Leafs are going to wrestle it away. That's going to be Nylander over to the near side, battling for possession. The Sharks get it back, driving the net from the point. He shoots, he scores! Colin Graf gets the goal for the Sharks. 10 shots on goal for San Jose, who still with 2:17 to go in the period. And the Sharks are up 2-0. That was on the 11th shot on goal for San Jose tonight. Let's let that goal horn sing, baby. Oh, I forgot. It's the trucker taking a dump. There's a second turn. Yeah, sometimes I forget about these teams' goal horns. Oh, man. We'll see a beautiful play there. That was Misa up to Graf and just goes right over to the far corner where Stolarz couldn't reach it. And now all of a sudden, it's 2-0. But here we go. The Sharks to the near side, trying to move it up into the offensive end behind the net of Stolarz to the near side. Kicking it up and tied up for that puck. Benoit able to free it up to center, but kicked right back in by Desharnais for the Sharks. The Leafs getting it down low over to the near side. Up in through center they go now into the offensive end. Here comes your chance for the Leafs. Driving down, coughing up that puck over to the near side. Tied up down low along the boards, and it's going to be Benoit. The fans wanting a penalty, not going to get it on the near side. There might have been a little something there at the refs let go. But back in behind the net to the near side, tied up for that puck, and the Sharks come away with it. Up through center, that puck is going to get cleared out. And here they go, over to center ice. That's going to be the Leafs rocking that puck off of Michelli to the near side to the offensive end. Nylander driving shot and frozen by Nedeljkovic. A nice play there. Looking at most goals in the season by an undrafted player in Sharks history, Colin Graf right up there with Joel Ward, Todd Ellick, and Kelly Kiso, and Dan Boyle with 20 goals this season so far. And only one behind Joel Ward, so we'll see if he's got any more in the tank. Meanwhile, taking a look at our poll over there in the chat, we are splitting 57-43 for the Sharks on 7 votes. But here we go to the near side. Nylander with that puck. Back over to the near side. The puck comes loose, taken by the Sharks by Leddy. And pass intercepted by Tavares. Flipping it back to the near side. Driving it. Nylander shot. Not going to make it. Over to the far side towards the top of the zone. And cleared out by San Jose to be taken back in the defensive end to the near side. 48 seconds to go in the period. Over to the far side. Up through center they go. The Leafs dumping it around over to the far side. Nedeljkovic playing it. That's to Celebrini. Clearing it up to the far side. Up into the offensive end. Here come the Sharks if they can get possession in the corner. That's going to be played by off of the stick of, that's Riley. And the puck gets cleared out to the near side, into the offensive end, shot, and saved by the goalie Nedeljkovic. That shot there by number 18, Steven Lorentz for the Leafs. Ooh, nice. The game day vlog, by the way, for our trip to the Penguins and Stars game from last Saturday is going to get released tomorrow. Either late tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, because I want to make sure everything's all set SEO wise, and I want to get playoff scenarios cranked out before I go to bed tonight. So watch out tomorrow. We'll be having that Pens versus Stars game day vlog. We made it on TV, by the way, so that'll be fun to see. Oh, excuse me, that'll be fun to see. The clip will be in the vlog, by the way. But here we go, over to the near side, tied up for that puck. 5-4 from the point, shot, and goes high. 2-1, and that's how we get to the end of the first period with a score. The San Jose Sharks 2, and it's going to be in a little bit of a Youngcroc getting into it a little bit there with Ostapchuk. But 2-0 is your score. Sharks leading the Maple Leafs. Shots on goal are 10 for the Sharks to 5 for the Maple Leafs. We'll see Ostapchuk getting in there a little bit. What led to that? It was right there. It goes off of Mukhamadullin. So I don't know what led to that. Oh, man. So, real quick, diving around the rest of the NHL tonight. We got the Oilers up 2-0 on the Blackhawks after 2. We also got the Flames up 1-0 on the Golden Knights after 1. And the Kraken and Mammoth had a bit of a goal explosion here. 2-1 Kraken over the Mammoth with just under 3 minutes to go in the first period. Logan Cooley with the lone goal for Utah, and McMahon adding a goal for the Kraken since we last checked in. Also getting ready to start here any minute is going to be the LA Kings hosting the Nashville Predators. Another big game in the West. As right now, the Kings hold the spot that formerly belonged to the Predators yesterday. So we'll see how Nashville comes out in response. It should be a good one. Should be an awesome one. Should be a very fun playoff game. By the way, the stream tonight was voted on by the channel members. If you want to find out how you can go ahead and choose what I stream, go ahead and become a channel member. And one of the perks is we do have about 1 to 2 streams a week, which are you guys deciding. Channel members only on that, not required, but definitely does help the channel a whole lot. It helps us pay for ESPN Plus, helps us pay for Dougbot when we bring them in, and it helps pay for any other upgrades that we do have. So again, it is always greatly appreciated, but not required. All right, let's take a look here over on X, see if we got any news over there. Because that's where we get a lot of our news. Let's see. Penguins won't be getting Caleb Jones back this season. By the way, tomorrow I'm going to try to go to the Pens practice, so we'll see if I can get some any video there, because that'll be pretty cool. Okay. So let's just see here. What kind of news do we got? All right. But yeah, we are ready to rumble. Okay. So let's just see what is up. Oh, for Artemis 2 last night. Yeah, that did launch. That was interesting. We sent people to space, to the moon for the first time since 1972. That is kind of crazy. It is actually like kind of crazy. But let's see. Let me see. Man, but yeah, just kind of seeing if we got any other kind of news. Oh, man. Oh, boy. But yeah, so a good first period of play here so far. Taking a look at our statistical breakdown real quick. By the way, Kings and Predators did just get underway. But diving in here, the 2 goals scored was Zach Ostapchuk, assisted by Barclay Goodrow and Dmitry Orlov, and the Colin Graff goal assisted by Michael Misa and Tyler Toffoli. So a big one there. Taking a look at our shots on goal, 10-6 favoring the Sharks. Although it's 10-6 the other way, favoring the Leafs in the hits. Still no PIMs, still no power plays, still no shorthanded opportunities for either team. All right, again, the importance of this game is just absolutely massive. The Leafs are trying to stay somewhat relevant in the playoff race for the Eastern Conference, even though they're practically dead men walking. Meanwhile, the San Jose Sharks, they have control of their own destiny to a point. The Sharks, no, they do have full control. I forgot about that. They have 95 max. So if the Sharks win out, they don't need any help to clinch a playoff spot. They just got to win out. If they fail to win out, they will need some help from teams like the Kings, the Preds, the Kraken, losing a game or two or dropping a few points. But every point is massive, absolutely massive, because this Sharks team has only played 73 games. They have a game in pocket on everybody else in the conference except for the Seattle Kraken, who are 2 points behind them. So a big game here for the San Jose Sharks. And we'll see if they can keep on keeping on. Taking a look real quick at our playoff odds according to Money Puck. Let me go ahead and make sure we are on the most up to date. Let me go ahead and reload it up. All right, so after the action so far today, the Sharks had a 32.6% chance to make the playoffs. The Leafs, yeah, they're not even listed. They're that far down. They practically have a 0% chance. But overall, the Sharks trying to get themselves in here and in the playoff pick, or in the playoff race. Oh, man. But yeah, we shall see here. Just taking a look around the rest of the NHL as well. Columbus dropping off, but the Flyers are rallying. So big games across the NHL all around. You know what's funny? Nashville had their playoff spot, and now they're down to 19.1% chance to make the playoffs. That's kind of funny, bro. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, across the league, a lot of these playoff spots are getting set. Again, they're giving Colorado the biggest chance to win the Cup. I don't know if that's going to be true. I think Colorado is not quite as good as some teams like Buffalo, like Tampa Bay, like Carolina. If Carolina can keep themselves going and not collapse this year in the playoffs. So I don't know. I think Colorado is really benefiting from a relatively easy conference. I mean, you figure you play 3 to 4 games, or 3.5 games on average against your other division rivals. So we'll call it, what, 3 3s, 4 4s? That's 16 plus 12. That's 28 games right there. Plus you play, I think it's 2 and 2, 3 and 2. Yes, it's 3 games against the other division. Or is it 2-2-2? Hold on. 16, 48. 48 plus... No, so it's 3. So yeah, they play 24 games plus, what is it, like 28 or something like that against teams in that Western Conference, which is relatively weak. So I really think that Colorado is very overrated right now. What's good, Moss? How you doing, bro? But yeah, I mean, I would dare say that Colorado is just as good as Carolina, Buffalo, or Tampa Bay, if not worse. Bruins lost 2-1, but still got some good old hockey. Absolutely. Hey, that's a more respectable loss than the Penguins' 6-3 dismantling. So I would take that over a 6-3 dismantling. And got some bets going. Nice, Moss. Hopefully you're winning, bro. But yeah, overall though, I mean, I think Colorado is the most overrated team in the league because they are really benefiting from a really weak conference. I mean, you play about half your games or over half your games in the conference, and that conference sucks. So I think they're really getting a lot of fluff points. I mean, yeah, they dropped games to like Nashville out of the blue or Winnipeg, but overall, the West is vastly weaker than the East. So Colorado's 108 points might only be 90 or 95 in the East right now. So
again, I don't know if they're as good as everybody says they are. I think they really are just a benefit of circumstance, a victim of circumstance, you know? So when you play a soft schedule, you get easier wins. And those easier wins will vault you higher than you probably should be. So, and it all comes crashing down at some point. At some point. Bro, what? How? I need Kirk Cousins' agent to negotiate for me anytime I go to a job. Bro, Kirk Cousins got $172 million over 5 years from Vegas to be a backup to Fernando Mendoza. Bro, that is what? 34 million? 34.5? 34.4, something like that? Yeah, 34.4 a year. Annual. Bro. How? How is he pulling that kind of money? I need his agent, bro. I need his agent. I mean, even though they're not guaranteed, but still. I mean, come on. Let us see. Yeah, just trying to take a look here on X. Man, Tampa Bay and Bruins were down, so I bet their comebacks together. They lost, but lost that, but got another going. A same game parlay on this Leaf Sharks game. Awesome. And Cousins loaded, 20 mil guaranteed first year. Then they could just dump him too. But he's there for Mendoza. Yeah, he's there for Mendoza, but like, bro, an annual average of 34 million, bro. Like, even if they do dump him at the first year, I mean, it's just kind of crazy how much he's able to get. I mean, look at the Atlanta contract again. Oh man. But yeah, let's see. Let me see. And Mendoza on a rookie deal, so it does work out. It does, but at the same time, I mean, that money could have been better used to get Mendoza better weapons to make his transition easier. They could have used that for offensive line. They could have used that in many other places to help. Oh, bro, I wanted to be at the Kings game tonight, man. They were giving away for the first 11,000 fans in Kopi night. Get a tinted visor inspired by Anze Kopitar. Bro, that is like sick. That is awesome. Cap just keeps going up and up. It does. That doesn't mean that you should just waste money on, on that kind of stuff. Oh. There we go. Going to finish up my tea. But yeah, I mean, that's just kind of crazy, man. Okay. So we'll see. Just taking a look here. Sure, you can draft some wide receivers and the offensive line, but it's a lot easier when you have players who are already kind of established. But that's awesome. Oh man. But yeah, let's just see here. Just taking a look. As we have some time here on X. Oh man. Oh yeah, let's see. Grow Mendoza franchise. Suppose. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't know. It's just interesting. You know what I mean? It's not a typical conventional. Man. Well, yeah, let's just see here. Oh, Spencer Knight had to leave the game. Huh. His lace got ripped, so he had to leave the game. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the story of the Pirates cone. The Pittsburgh mother-loving Pirates and that traffic cone they were hoisting. That's freaking amazing. According to Paul Skeens, he said, we found a traffic cone before the Tuesday game in Cincinnati. What the heck does hoist the cone mean? Oh my gosh. This team has the vibes, bro. This Pirates team has the vibes. Oh my gosh. But let's see. Man, I just can't believe that. They found the cone in the city of Cincinnati. Oh my gosh. They wish they had Blue Jays vibes. Bro, that is like awesome. Like, bro, homers equal you go into a welder mask. Whenever you get a run, they start hoisting around a cone like. Whoops. Dare I say this team has the vibes? I do dare say they have the vibes. Bro, why does my voice sound so different from a megaphone? Like, listen to this. This is my voice without the megaphone. This is my voice with the megaphone. Okay. I almost sound like Smithers. Yes, sir, Mr. Burns. I'll just grab Homer. Oh, man, I dumped on Neil Cruz already in fantasy ball. He was sucking. Maybe get him back. Well, we'll see. I mean, he did get the 3-run homer in the first for the Pirates. So we'll see if he gets it going again. We will see. Oh, man. But yeah. Is louder and more static? I suppose, but it kind of sounds like Smithers. Oh, man. But yeah, we shall see here. Okay. But yeah, we should be getting ready for the second period here momentarily as we are ready to rumble. Okay. Well, we are ready to rumble. Okay. So we'll see, they're taking a look at Macklin Celebrini, second 40-goal, 40-assist player in Sharks history, behind Owen Nolan in 1990-2000. Last night, he was Sharks' first Sharks teenager to have as many points, to have as many 4 points in a game while recording a point on all the team's goals. Nice. Yeah, Celebrini is freaking crazy, bro. But here we go, ready to roll. Second period getting underway. Celebrini going to take the opening draw for San Jose, waiting on it here. up against John Tavares, and here we go. Second period of action is underway as the puck drops. Face-off won by the Leafs to the near side, trying to move it up into the offensive end. Back in behind the net, the Sharks going to try and clear it out. And into the neutral zone in front of the Leafs bench. Sharks going to play it back into their own end. San Jose going from right to left. The Leafs from left to right. Here come the Leafs to the near side. Tavares driving down low. Gets stumbled up from behind. And into the corner it goes loose. Battling for that puck. And it comes free into the neutral zone. Back into the offensive end. And it's going to be offsides. All right. Some nice little stop and start action here to start off our second period of play. Since y'all criticized me about my lemon lime Gatorade the other night, we got the one true Gatorade flavor. But here we go. Far side draw won by the Leafs. Top of the zone to the near side into the offensive end. Sent back in behind the net to the far side. Along the boards. Up to the top of the zone. Working with it now from the point shot. Not going to make it to the net. Over to the near side. Down low. Back on in behind the net to the far side. And played around to the near. Still tied up for that puck. That's going to be Muhammad Deline to the far side. Moving it out for San Jose. Up through center they go into the neutral zone. San Jose trying to flip it around over to the far side. They'll go. Taken back into the near side. Into the corner. Flipping it around now and into the offensive end it'll go. Back in behind the net there. Ekman Larson to the far side for Toronto. Centering pass in front and taken out by the Leafs. Over to the near side through center to the offensive end they'll go. Back on into the corner. Working with it now over to the near side. The Sharks trying to clear it out of their own end. And they will. Moving it out through center. That's going to be Wenberg to the far side into the offensive end. Shot. Not going to make it. Rebound chance. And he scores. Kiefer Sherwood. Or is that goal going to go to William Ecklund? One of the two. It might be Ecklund. We'll see who they give it to. But the Sharks are going to take a 3-goal lead. You go ahead and lower that just a little bit for y'all because that was very loud. Very, very loud. Man, that's the one thing. I like having this audio playback because I can actually hear and adjust the audio on the fly. So it is nice having it. I paid good money for these, and they're paying off. But, man, just trying to take a look back at that goal. No, it did go in. Wow. I thought it went wide on the rebound, but no, it flipped in. So here we go to the near side. The Sharks going to clear the zone. Into the corner, down low. It's going to be taken by the Leafs. And back down low to the far side off the stick of Gaudette. To the near side, the Leafs going to try and move it out of their own end. They will off of Carlo. And they clear it all the way out. Played by Nedeljkovic into the far corner. Down low, it's going to be Ecklund on the goal. Assisted by Wenberg and Sherwood for the record. And over to the near side, battling for that possession. Taken back by Letty, and the Sharks are going to clear the zone. Over to the near side, through center they go to the offensive end, driving in, wing to the far side, sending it back in behind the net, working it around the far side boards to the top of the zone. Working with it a shot, and the puck is going to go high and hit the netting. All right. Around the rest of the NHL, we don't. Oh, no, we do. The Nashville Predators, Philip Forsberg and Leroux, gonna get goals for the Preds to make a 2-0 lead over the LA Kings. Also, Mitch Marner getting a goal for the Vegas Golden Knights early in the second period to make it a 1-1 affair there. All right, so waiting on the draw here in the Leafs defensive end. And it's going to be won by the Sharks. Over to the far side, driving down low is Ecklund. Up to the top of the zone to the near side. Kept in for now off of Orlov. And around the near side, played around Wenberg. Sending it down now along the boards, top of the zone. Orlov down into the corner. Moving it if he can. Wenberg passing in front. Shot not going to make it. And that puck gets cleared all the way out. Played by Nedeljkovic. Taken there by Orlov out of his own end. Moving it through the near side into the offensive end. Going to be chased down by the Leafs into their own end. Now to the near side from Morgan Riley. Tied up for the puck. Wing to wing from Tavares to the far side. Moving it up through center into the neutral zone where the Sharks will take it back to the far side. Driving the net. Trying to find some help up to the point they do. Connecting with Ferraro. Down low now. And that's going to be Kiefer Sherwood now to the near side and moving it out the other way from Chernyshov to the far side. Sherwood, he gets taken out into the boards and the Sharks will maintain it from the point. Working with a down low shot goes wide. Over to the near side, a nice chance for Macklin Celebrini. And over to the near side, back over to the far, it goes loose. Taken off as Ferraro, back down low again. And back to Ferraro it goes again, where now it goes loose. The Leafs up through center. Here comes a 2-on-2 chance. Into the offensive end. Domi, wing to wing, far side shot denied. Not going to make it to the net. And from the point, puck comes loose. Domi with it. Working it now over to the near side and trying to establish some sort of control. Michelli losing the puck, centering pass now. Over to the near side, up to the point, Michelli sending it down wide of the net, over to the far side. Working it around, Domi shot and saved by Nedeljkovic. A nice save there, 15:36 to go here in the second period. And this period looks a bit more balanced, I would say. We're seeing a lot more opportunities traded at both ends of the ice. So we'll see if Toronto can crack the case. Let's see. I think I need to up the background music a little bit. I think that's a little bit better. That kind of fills in the gaps a bit more. So here we go. We got a far side face-off to the right of Nedeljkovic. Domi up against Ostapchuk and going to be won by Ostapchuk and the Sharks. Behind the net to the near side for Dickinson. Stretch pass off a stick and right there to Stolar is going to be played by the Leafs. Over to the near side along the boards, kicking it up through center into the offensive end. They'll take it. That's going to be off the stick of Riley and a shot and saved by Nedeljkovic again. That shot there by Dakota Joshua. A nice chance. Really nice chance, just could not capitalize on it. Okay. So here we go, waiting on the face-off. Okay. So here we go, over on the far side. Ready to roll. Along the boards, near side, here come the Sharks. In the offensive end, driving down, flipping it in front of the net. Nice save by Stolars. Philippe Myers getting into it a little bit there after the play with Gaudreau. All right. So we'll see a nice chance there, driving that net. Barclay Gaudreau, man. So let's see. Let us see. Oh man. So here we go, over to the far side, driving it over to the near side. It goes loose again, cleared out through center, and the Sharks going to chase it out. And it's going to be iced as it goes to Nedeljkovic's left. So 14 shots on goal for the Sharks with 3 goals, 7 shots on goal for the Leafs with none. 14:46 to go here in the second period as we are ready to rumble. All right. So a near side circle draw to the right of Stolars. One and a quick shot. Gonna go wide of the net. Up to the top of the zone. Kept down for the Sharks. Centering pass. Nobody home. To the near side. Dickinson sending it back in behind the net for the Leafs to take it back. To the near side. Clearing it out. Trying to beat out the speed. And it's going to be taken back by the Sharks over to the far side. And we got a whistle. We got the game's first penalty here. That's going to be 2 minutes for interference on Michael Misa. Going to be the guilty party, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to get the game's first power play. Right there, he got involved with Lorentz, who was trying to make a play on the puck, and you can't do that. If someone's trying to make a play at the puck and you don't have the puck, you can't make an inhibiting action on him. So Michael Misa gets 2 for interference. Okay. So here we go again, just taking a look at Misa on the penalty kill now for the Sharks. Face off going to be won by the Leafs in front of the net, near side, passing a front shot. How do you not score on that? Cleared out by the San Jose Sharks. What an effort by San Jose, man. Not just Nedeljkovic, everybody. Morgan Riley down low to Nylander, moving it up now through center, flipping to Cohen, and over to the near side. Nyes passing across Tavares. Shot gets blocked. Nice use of the body there by Descharnay. And here comes a chance of Sharks. Shorthanded, 2-on-1 into the zone. Passing across, nobody home. Giving up the body on that one was Morgan Riley, as Tavares flips to Nylander into the offensive end, down to Tavares again, into the corner near side, tied up for it, and the Sharks gonna work with it if they can. Now to the near side with a chance, 2-on-1 again into the zone, working with it. Wenberg across, shot denied by the goalie Stolars. Puck cleared out by the Leafs. Here comes Nylander to Cohen into the offensive end across. Shot by Tavares. He shoots. He scores. John Tavares puts the Leafs on the board. 3-1 is your score. Lucky number 8. What's good, Egg? Dad was here at the very beginning. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Oh, man. But yeah, Dad was here a little bit earlier. He was here for the very beginning, and then he went up after the first, 5 or 10 minutes of action. So, no Dad for the rest of the night. He's up to bed. But we're here for this game. We'll be here for all night for this game, talking all hockey, all things hockey. The Flames, by the way, Coleman getting them on the board again. 2-1 is the score there. The Blackhawks, Lardis also going to get a goal for Chicago. 2-1 Oilers still, though, at 13-12 left in the third. Leafs horn sounds like somebody had a seizure when they pressed the button. Oh, man. But that's the little things. Those are the little things. You know, horns can sound very samey when it's bah, bah, bah. So having that bah, 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 it's just something, it's some sort of flair that sticks out. Just like Columbus has that ba-da. But here we go to the near side. It's going to be taking the Leafs back into the offensive end behind Nedeljkovic. To the far side, back across to the near. And cleared out into the neutral zone. The Sharks to the far side, intercepted. And into the offensive end comes Toronto over to Tavares. Can't quite connect. And a penalty. The Leafs are going on the sin bin. In there is going to be Dakota Joshua, going to get 2 minutes for tripping. And the Sharks are going to get their first power play. With 12:37 to go here in the first period. It looks like that first penalty has opened up the floodgates for both teams to go into the sin bin, as we were clean through the first 25 minutes of play. And now we've had 2 penalties in quick succession. Man, but yeah, I am looking forward though. I'm gonna try to create a new graphic as well for the thumbnails and even for in the video or in the streams. I think what I want to do is I want to work on something to where I can have like an Atatan scoreboard. That would be kind of cool, having like an Atatan scoreboard kind of thing, so that, you know, we could just talk general hockey and general playoff race. You know what I mean? That would be kind of cool. That would be really kind of cool to do. But I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. So we'll see. We'll see. It'll take a lot of work though to get that set up, but I'd like to see if I can try it. But some sort of automated out-of-town scores. I don't know. We'll see. But taking a look around the rest of the league again, the Golden Knights. Mitch Marner getting his second goal of the night. 2-2 is the score there. 13-18 to go in the second. All right. Also, the Masters coming up here pretty soon. We might try to go live for some of them as well, so keep an eye out for that. Because the Masters will be a pretty fun stream. I think it'll be a pretty fun stream because I like golf. So, yeah, call me a grandpa. I like golf. Oh, man. But here we go. Taking a look as we are ready to rumble. Looking at Dakota Joshua getting that tripping call, and that's it. That is textbook tripping. So here we go, waiting on the draw here, near side to the right of Stolarz in the offensive end for San Jose, who wins the draw. Will Smith to the far side. Back up to Orlov, back to Smith. Trying to drive it down low, back up to the top of the zone, Orlov. Back to the far side, Celebrini. Working with it down low for Wenberg. Back to Celebrini again. Back down to Wenberg and back again to Celebrini. Working with it now. Top of the zone to Orlov. And to the near side. Over to the far. He passes Celebrini. Back down low. Wenberg looking for some help. Losing the puck. And Stolarz going to freeze it up. So we'll see here. The Kraken getting a goal. Jacob Melanson getting that third goal of the night for Seattle. 3-1 is the score. All right. So here we go. 12:05 to go in the second period. Almost halfway through this one, folks. And here we go. Waiting on the draw at the far side circle. And the faceoff won by the Sharks so purely that they got to go and give chase into their own end for it. Taken back by Smith to the far side. Celebrini back across to Orlov. Moving it up now back into the defensive end. Smith leaves it there for Celebrini, who's going to speed it up to the offensive end to Toffoli. Along the boards, down low for Celebrini. Across shot, not going to go for Will Smith. Top of the zone to Foley. Shot gets deflected, and that puck gets cleared all the way out by the Leafs. Played by Nedeljkovic over to Orlov. Over to the near side. Celebrini into the offensive end. He goes looking for some help. Along the boards, top of the zone now. Orlov to the near side. Shot by Smith. Deflected. Nice use of the body there by Philippe Myers. Orlov with a shot again. Near side. Directed behind the net. Over to the far side, Philippe Myers trying to clear it out for the Leafs. The Sharks getting it back down low. Wenberg passing near side, Smith. Now back up to the top of the zone to the point. Orlov back to Smith. Driving the net down low to Foley. Across, not able to connect. And moving it out the other way. Here comes Matthew Nyes. 2-on-2 into the zone. Driving the net pass. Shot deflected out of play. A Shark ends up in their own net. But it actually stayed in play, my bad. And the Leafs again setting up offensively. Short-handed. As the Sharks, Will Smith going to try to go to the offensive end. But the power play going to expire. And here come the Leafs. Nylander across. Nobody home for that. And to the far side, the puck gets cleared out of the zone. Leafs go for a change, taking that puck in their own end. Working with it now to the far side. And into the offensive end. Wing to wing to the near side. Here come the Sharks. And clearing it up, tied up for that puck in front of the scorer's bench. Moving it across in front to center. And into the offensive end. Nylander driving the net for Toronto. Behind around on the far side. Passing to the point, but can't hit Benoit before he goes into the neutral zone. Over to the near side, battling for that possession. Flipped across to the offensive end and taken back by the Sharks. Over to the far side. Orlov out there for 2:45 and then some. So he's going to be going for a change now, I would presume. No, he's still out there. He's in the defensive end. He's on a 3-minute shift. I have never seen a 3-minute shift in the NHL before, but now I have. But over to the near side, top of the zone, shot by Muhammad Ali, not gonna go. Again, along the board, sent down low to the far side, played off the stick of Michael Misa, shot gonna go wide of the net to the near side. In the corner, Muhammad Ali with the puck, over to the far side, trying to get it to the top of the zone, passing down low, connecting with Ecklund, and around to the far side, it goes loose, taken back by the Leafs. Moving it up through center into the offensive end, and it's going to be iced by Toronto. Man, but if you guys are enjoying the stream, though, please do me a huge favor. Drop a like below the stream and above the, or below the stream as well. We're only one sub away from that next minor goal. Can we mayhaps hit it tonight? I don't know. We'll have to see. Be pretty cool if we did, though. And we'll see. Look at that nice chance there for the Sharks. Man, multiple quality chances on that power play. Just could not convert. So here we go to the near side. Down low, the Leafs. Moving it through center. And it's going to be going into the offensive end by Philippe Myers, taken back by San Jose in their own end to the near side. Up through center, and the Leafs get it back into the offensive end. Can't control it. Taken out the other way and chasing it down, taken by McCabe. Wing to the near side. The Leafs trying to clear it up to the far side. Now into the offensive end they go, and around the far side boards. Back down low into the corner, far side. Played now by San Jose. Trying to get it out the near side. They do to the offensive end. Back in behind the net of the goalie. There's Stolars over to the near side. And moving it up into the neutral zone to the offensive end. It's going to be chased down and taken by San Jose. Over to the near side along the boards. San Jose passing behind the net now off of the far side circle. Moving it up off of the stick of Descharnay and taken to the near side by Toronto in their own end. Brandon Carlo passing up into the offensive end. It's going to be icing on Toronto. Man, the Leafs are getting outshot 2-1 tonight so far. 18-9. Ay. Well, we'll see. We will see. Taking a look at Will Smith, the Fresh Prince. And here we go. Macklin Celebrini going to take the draw here up against Quillan. And a chance for San Jose. Not able to connect. Over to the far side. Down low along the boards. Back in behind the net towards the near side. Will Smith trying to get it, but taken by Toronto. Up through center. Puck comes loose to the near side. Played off of, that is Chernyshov. And it's going to be taken back by Toronto in their own end. Over to the far side, into the offensive end they go. Back in behind the net, along the boards, near side, moving it out. Here comes a chance. Celebrini with speed. Puck gets poked away. Nice job there by Robertson. Centering pass, and it's going to be taken back by Toronto. Up through center, into the offensive end, near side, down low, into the corner, and moved out to the far side, along the board still. Back down low to the near side, Toronto up to the top of the zone, working with it, sending it back in behind the net again to the far side. Working off of the stick of Robertson, down low, into the corner, working now, it's tied up into that corner. Toronto coming away, centering pass, working to the near side, Philippe Myers from the top of the zone, sending it back down low. Over to the far side now, working with it, off of the stick of going to be Grew, and that puck gets cleared all the way out, chased down by the Leafs. Working with it, that gives San Jose a chance to change. Driving the offensive end, played by Nedeljkovic to the near side, and we got a whistle. Taking a look over there on the bench at Bo Grew, as he lost his helmet on that play. With 6:34 to go here in the second period, they're going to step away for another commercial break, but we stick to our commercial-free hockey. Taking a look around the rest of the NHL, no other score updates, but that last goal for the Kraken looks like it was disallowed. By the way, Predators and Kings within the final minute and a half now of the first period. So that is our latest update there. But I do think I am going to work on a graphic for, like, you know, the playoff hunt. And kind of like for everything, I kind of want to work out some graphical ideas. because I really want to incorporate them on the thumbnails. I want to incorporate them on the stream layout itself. Just something for, like, you know, like bringing up the significance of these games, because these games are still very significant as we go down the stretch here. All right, let me go back over to and back over to taking a look at our poll in the chat. We got 13 votes in that poll, and we are splitting for the San Jose Sharks. Give me a second here to get the number. It's hidden behind the stupid layout thing for Windows. It is 13 votes, and we got 54 to 46 favoring the Sharks. All right. Let's take a look here at how we're doing. We are rolling our way here as we are in the second period. A big game nonetheless for both of these teams, still fighting to stay alive. All right. So taking a look at the Leafs and some of the people from the Leafs organization as they are, you know, doing their alumni classic. Okay. Oh boy, let's see. Let me go back and do that. And here we are. Looking at in the house is Joe Thornton, for a long time former Shark. And over to the near side, played down low, Mukamadalene to the near side. The Sharks trying to move it out. Up through center to the offensive end, where it's going to be taken back Morgan Riley, but we got a whistle. Waiting on what it's going to be here. Taking a look at Colin Graff. And here we go. 6:20 to go, presumably an icing. So we'll see here. Taking a look again at Joe Thornton, long-time player for the Sharks. He be in the house tonight. Man, he was like a legend on that team, bro. But here we go. Top of the zone. Shot from the point for the Leafs. Not going to go. Back down low. Mukamadalene to the near side. The Sharks trying to work with it now. Down low into the corner. And working it around the near side. The Leafs free puck. Getting it now over to the near side. Top of the zone. But San Jose, the thieves they are, taking it right back. Into the Leafs offensive end it goes. But everybody's chasing down for that puck. Along the boards, moving it around now, trying to free it up. And there it goes, loose into the center of the defensive end, working it out now to the far side, kept out by the Leafs, working it around down into the corner, behind the net to the near side, working with it off of Domi to the far side, he sends it. And again from the circle, trying to send it around from the point near side down low. And the shot gets denied as Domi spins around. And the shot goes back on in behind the net to the far side. Kept in by Nylander. Over to the far side they go. And we got a whistle. And Domi having to skate over with no blade to the bench. As that was his blade that went flying. I saw something go flying. I thought it was the top of a stick. We'll see Domi's blade just getting hit and rocked. Okay. So let's see. Let me go ahead and get something else going real quick. Where is my Spotify? I'm going to have Spotify going in the background so I can hear Spotify and you guys can't, because I don't need copyright. I should be able to get Spotify going, and it should be split properly. Let me make sure it is before I actually start playing things. Where is settings? There we go. And go over to system, sound, and manage the device preferences. Spotify, where are you, buddy? Where is Spotify? Why is Spotify not recognizing over here? There we go. Okay, good. That's the same thing as OBS. That is exactly what I wanted to make sure. So let me just go into here. I want to have certain music playing on in the background for me, just to keep me centered, keep me going. Okay. There is that, and I'm going to cue you. I'm going to just cue a bunch of songs here real quick. while we have time, while we are at this commercial break. Okay. Let's see, add to queue. Oh, man. So we are back and ready to roll. As we're taking a look at what happened to Auston Matthews against Radko Gudas. So here we go. Okay. So here we go. Looking at the Leafs there. Domi on the bench. We got a far side circle draw, and that face-off going to be won by San Jose into their own end. Over to the near side, into the offensive end, along the near side boards. Ecklund can't control it. Around the near side, up into the defensive end, taken back by the Sharks. Off of the stick there. We got to get you back up. So back on into their own end, working with it now is the Sharks, trying to get that puck out of here. It's Ecklund with the puck now, and they do. Through center to the offensive end, working it near side, and trying to send it back down low again into the corner. Over to the near side, top of the zone, shot from the far side, not gonna go. A nice save by Stolars. Okay. So there we go, ready to rumble. Okay. So here we go, far side circle draw, ready to roll. Face off over to the near side. The Leafs get it and clear the zone. Now over to the far side, moving it out. Okay. So into the far side corner, working it around. The Leafs getting it out of their own end, near side with a chance. Up and through center to the offensive end. Dumped in there off of the stick of Yarncroc. And around to the near side, behind the net of Nedeljkovic. Moved out to the top of the zone, and the Leafs are going to be offside, so they're going to have to send it in and tag up. As is taken by Macklin Celebrini with under 4 to go in the second period. Into the offensive end to the far side, working it around the corner. Off of the stick there of going to be Chernyshov. And taken back by Toronto. Up through center they go to the offensive end, around the far side. Passing, centering with a chance. Up to the point, shot and gloved by Nedeljkovic. A nice job there working with that puck. Okay. So that is what we are doing here, rolling through this. Okay. So here we go. 3.5 to go in the second period. And let's roll. So here comes the draw. And the face-off won by the Sharks, moving it out the near side, up through center ice, dumping it into the offensive end, chasing it down now is going to be off of the stick there of Ostapchuk to the far side, top of the zone, and the Leafs get it, moving it out the other way. Here comes the chance into the offensive end, taken back to the near side, Nylander across, top of the zone, back down, Nylander along the board, centering, shot, and denied by Nedeljkovic. A nice save there for him with 3 minutes exactly left in period number 2. This looks like a great time to check some of them out-of-town scores. And the Calgary Flames, Coleman getting his second goal of the night, 3-2 Calgary over Vegas. Words are hard. Also getting across my desk here, the Utah Mammoth, Logan Cooley, getting his second goal of the night. 2-2 is a score there. 6:23 to go in the second. And the Predators and Kings are at the end of the first. So to the near side, driving down, Ecklund shot wide. Over to the top of the zone, sent back down low by San Jose, working it around from the point and into the corner again. Working it around, tied up for that puck. Working now Benoit to the top of the zone. Ooh, trying to free it up, and Toronto will. Getting it out to the near side into the offensive end, taken back Wenberg. Wing to wing to the far side, up through center they go. And chasing it down, here comes your chance shot. Not going to make it to the net, and the puck goes out of play. All right. So here we are, ready to rumble here. Looking again at Wenberg there, hopping off after his shift. He did his time. He did the crime. He did his time. And here we are, ready to roll. Looking at out there to Foley out there for the Sharks, among others. Graf out there, and going to be out there with him as well is Michael Misa. Taking the face-off here up against Toronto's Grew. And Toronto wins the draw up to the far side. That's going to be a trip, but no penalty into the offensive end, working the far side boards. That's going to be Misa sending it into the corner, down low, battling for it. There is going to be off the stick it to Foley. Back down low again for Graf. Back down to Misa near side. Top of the zone shot goes off a body, and around the far side they go again. Back down low, Graf can't get it, but over to the near side, taken off of, ooh, big check dished out against Misa. Very physical in the near side corner, but extra pushing and shoving. Watch out, so Foley getting involved in a lot there. But here we go to the near side. Puck poked away off of the stick of Dickinson, and San Jose gets it back in their own end. Flipping it the near side with a chance back down low into the defensive end. Taken off of the stick of Letty. Working now up into the offensive end. Back down low. Trying to move it around across from the point. Not able to connect. And here we go, up to the top of the zone, near side, Toronto, into the offensive end with a chance, back down low into the corner, over to the far side, that's Tavares, in the offensive end, down low, passing across, centering near side, a chance in front, flip goes wide of the net, and around the far side circle again from the point, top of the zone, Riley sending it down, puck goes loose, 1 minute remaining in the period now, into the offensive end to the near side. And it's going to be Toronto with it up through center ice, and a chance 3-on-2, working it around the far side. Toronto wanting a whistle, not going to get it. Over to the near side, Nylander, 35 seconds to go in the period. Over to the far side along the boards, and that puck gets cleared out. 30 seconds to go, and it's going to be Celebrini sending it down. San Jose with the puck, trying to get one last big rush out of the period here. 20 seconds to go. Up through center, into the offensive end, chasing it down, no icing. Big collision into the corner for that puck. 11, 10, 9, behind Stolar, 7, 6, 5, to the far side, Toronto with it, 3, 2, 1, and that's the end of the second period. With the score, the San Jose Sharks 3, the Toronto Maple Leafs 1. Shots on goal are 11 for the Sharks, or 18 for the Sharks, and 11 for the Leafs after 2 periods of play. Taking a look around our out of 10 scores, the Utah mother-loving Mammoth getting another goal. That one going to be by Nick Schmaltz. Also, an update from Vegas. It's going to be Dorofeyev getting a goal there. 3-3, all tied up. That has 3.5 minutes to go in the second. Utah Kraken has about 5 minutes to go in the second. Still waiting on Preds Kings to come out of that first intermission. And with 3 seconds left, or 7 seconds left, 3-1 Oilers, and they are going to win that game. The empty netter, I believe, by Podkolzin. And that is going to be a final score from Edmonton, with the Edmonton Oilers 3, the Chicago Blackhawks 1. All right, now I do want to take a minute real quick while we are at this intermission. And with some of these games going final, I want to take a look at our playoff scenarios entering today. Let me go ahead and update our scores through the Edmonton game. Oh, man. Let's see. Let me go ahead and update our scores in the Discord server, where we also have live NHL scenarios. So let me go ahead and fill these in. Golan and JD getting 2 points. You also had the Stars getting 2 points. You also had the Wild getting 2 points. And then Edmonton getting 2 points. Final scores on that one. Let's see the Devils. So 7-3-5-3. 7-3-5-3. Going up 1-2-0-3. 1-2-0-3. And taking a look at our playoff scenarios entering today. So, Florida cannot be eliminated from Wildcard 2 and playoff contention, nor can Toronto. But Minnesota does clinch a playoff spot with their win today. So let me go ahead now and flip that one out. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and go to our playoff matrix and update it as such to reflect. Okay. Let me see. Let me just do Control C, and we're gonna go Control V and boom, and then change these X's to P's. Okay, so Minnesota having clinched a playoff spot. Also, our other playoff scenarios here: New Jersey not eliminated from Metro 2. Also not eliminated from Wildcard 1. Detroit not eliminated from Atlantic 1 or 2. Same with Ottawa, not eliminated from Atlantic 1. Devils not eliminated from Wildcard 1. I have that scenario in there twice for whatever reason. And Calgary is eliminated from Pacific 2. So no matter what happens in their game, Edmonton's win solidified the fact that they cannot take home the second seed in the Pacific. Okay, Control C, Control V. There we go. So that matrix is all up to date heading into these last few games. Okay. Let's see. Oh man, just take a look at our Discord server real quick. Get a few things over there. By the way, the link is always in the description. If you guys do feel so compelled to join the Discord server, it's a place to hang out, chat with me and some of the other people from the community, including PDF, who you guys will see. If you guys haven't met him already, he'll be in the game day vlog that will be going up tomorrow. Keep an eye out for that. That'll be going live somewhere around probably 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern, give or take, is where I'm going to try to get it out. That way it's out there for you in the morning to watch maybe while you're at work or while you're, at lunch or whatever. I'm going to try to have that out there for you so you can take a look at it. Real quick, though, let me take a look at my NHL Fantasy Playoffs. I am in the championship, by the way, and I am up by 13. Oh, my gosh, my opponent really is getting good. What's good, John? How you doing, bro? I don't know if Moz is still here. He was here a while ago. Yes, sir, John. Talking about the Discord server. Bro, my opponent, really clawed back. Man. He clawed back because of his goalie, Spencer Knight. Wow. Thankfully, none of his goalies won. Bro. My opponent got 19.7. I got... Oh, it's because of Stuart Skinner. Net, I got 27 points, so I only really gained 7.3 so far. But I'm still up 13.6. So, although it is a 2-week, it's a 2-week thing, so it's going to be a tight finish. In fact, April 1st, I got -2 points. So, not what I want to see there. Oh, man. But how you doing tonight, John? It's been a slow night in chat. It has been. It's been a slow night in chat, slow night in sub growth. We haven't had anyone hit that sub button, so, if you guys do feel so inclined, it does help out the channel a whole lot. I am going to be getting ready to gear up for a lot of playoff hockey coverage, so make sure you stick around for that. Oh, man, let me see here. Let's take a look what we got on X as well. Okay. But yeah, we are ready to rumble. Oh man, so going through their intermission report. Okay. So let's see. Again, just taking a look here. Oh man. But yeah, we shall see. Again, just seeing if we got any news on X as we have some time. Okay. Oh my gosh. Evgeny Malkin got pushed into the Lightning's bench tonight. Oh man. And the Cubs broadcast showing fans working remotely during the team's matinee from Wrigley Field. Oh my gosh. I mean, do what you gotta do, I guess. Okay. So let's see. Let us see. Oh man. Yeah, we shall see here. Another live look at the wild card picture. It's everybody crashing out. Oh my gosh. It really does feel like a race though between the LA Kings and the San Jose Sharks at this point. There's a lot of teams who are theoretically in it, but like, you know. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Pittsburgh was a clown show yesterday. The 4-pit tunnel inbound going into the city from the west, if you're or from the east. If you're coming in from the east, you're going through the 4-pit tunnels, right? This trucker, unfamiliar with the area, driving a big old truck, sees these signs. You cannot fit if you are X tall. He's like, laws, where we're going, we don't need laws. And proceeds to end up crashing his truck, stalling the entire city. Son of a gun. Oh, man. Let's see what you got, John. Kachuk, Zaka, Kachuk, Verhage, Kucherov, Gensel. Kucherov had himself a good night. If you had Cirelli, he had an incredible night. Man. Gensel, Mantha, Tanger, Radish, Sergachev. Nice. Fox, Larkin. Not a bad lineup. Not a bad lineup at all. Man. And on your bench, everybody else kind of doing meh on your bench. That's the best way to do it. I mean, let's see. The Lightning and Forwards did good. Other than that, pretty average night. I mean, for me, those are pretty good numbers. But again, they are very different. Okay. Oh, wait. According to NHL News, Buffalo did not clinch. Carolina did. Florida did not get eliminated. Or wait, they're saying Florida did. I don't know that he actually did, according to my math. But again, it's always tough when it comes to these playoff scenarios. It's like I don't see it. I don't see it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I really don't like it. So they're saying that with a regulation loss tonight, Toronto would be eliminated. Because, yeah. If they get 1 point... No, they cannot be eliminated with 1 point. Ottawa did beat Buffalo. That is true. Tampa Bay did not clinch. Florida... Bro, I that's the one thing. I love watching the NHL, but the playoff math is like mental gymnastics. How does... Hold on. How does Florida get eliminated tonight? Or no, Florida won. But how would Florida have been eliminated if if Columbus didn't win? That's what I'm confused about. They're saying Chicago can be eliminated with a regulation loss. How? There has to be some schedule shenanigans going on, because theoretically they would still be at 80 points, the Blackhawks, a theoretical maximum of 80 points. Is that right? 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 68 is 82. A loss would bring them to 60 or to 80 points total. And in theory, that's higher than the LA Kings right now by 2. Higher than the Sharks by 3, the Preds by 3. How does that happen? How is Chicago eliminated? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, it is really... What? What? I still don't get it. I don't get this playoff math. Like, honestly. Maybe lost. Maybe 2 teams ahead of them play each other. Let me see. Let me take a look here. NHL schedule. I want to take a look at this. I want to take a look. The Kings play the Predators. So let me just see here. Kings play the Predators tonight. So let's say Nashville wins. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's it, because Nashville plays the Kings twice. So it is scheduling gymnastics, because LA plays the Preds twice. And if... Let me see. Because then if, let's say, the Kings win one and the Preds win the other, the Kings are at 80 points max. And if I go to the first tiebreaker, first tiebreaker's regulation wins. So looking at the Kings, they would have, in theory, 19 regulation wins. Chicago would have 20. So it's not that. So the Kings have to play... Let me just see here. I'm going to work this out mentally, because I want to figure this out. So... Let's see. We right now have them splitting. What about the other ones here? We got the Jets. That doesn't matter. The Canucks Mammoth doesn't matter. Kings Leafs doesn't matter. Ducks Flames? No. Predators Sharks. That's what it is, because then the Sharks get to 79 points if the Sharks win, and the Predators split their series with the Kings. So it's 79, 79, 80. And then if the Sharks play one more game against the Kings, then it guarantees it. So it's scheduling gymnastics. Let me see. Shark schedule. I think they play one more game against the Kings. No, they don't. They play the Predators twice. That's what it is. Because the Predators play the Kings twice, and the Sharks play the Predators twice. That's what it is. So inevitably, there's going to be a team that gets 81 points. At least. Inevitably. That's how it is. Because if I pull up Predators, it comes down to Nashville. I don't like it when the NHL and NFL do it. They play the same team twice in the season, late in season. Yeah. Because if I look at the Predators, they play the Kings, then the Sharks, then the Kings. And then they play the Sharks again later. So inevitably, in that series, if the Predators and Kings split, that puts the Kings at 80, the Preds at 79. And if the Sharks and Preds split, the Sharks are at 79, the Preds are at 81, and the Blackhawks move down to 80 max. So that's how it is. It's scheduling gymnastics. And as the fields get smaller, I can start working through it and understanding it. But that's how the eliminations happen. That is how your eliminations. Yes, it comes down to those three realistically for your top spots. I mean, Winnipeg could get in there. Just depends on how the other games go. But inevitably, between the Kings, the Sharks, and the Predators, someone's going to hit at least 81 points. Whether it be the Kings win both of those games and go to 82, and then the Sharks and Preds split and go 79-79. Whether it be, the Preds and Kings splitting and then the Sharks winning 2 and going 81 points. Or if the Preds win 1 against each and they split both of those series, they get to 81 points as well. So that's how the elimination happened. Oh, I know. Oh, trust me. The Penguins played 2 home and homes down the stretch, John. They played 2 home and homes the last 2 weekends of the regular season. So trust me. Trust me, I know. They play this weekend. They play the Florida Panthers at home twice in a row, Saturday, Sunday. And then next weekend, they got the home and home against the Capitals. So I get it, man. I totally get it. But that's where your scheduling gymnastics come in. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove the Blackhawks from the playoff picture now. Florida stayed alive with their win. Wow, all that time took us to go to the third period. That's kind of crazy. Oh, man. But yeah, so what happens? The Predators play the Kings twice and the Sharks twice. So inevitably, someone's going to get to 81 points. And that's how it works out. That's how it works out. Because in theory, no matter what happens, whether it be the Preds split both of those series, they get to 81. If the Sharks sweep the Preds and the Preds split with the Kings, the Preds are at 79, Kings are at 80, Sharks are at 81. If the Sharks sweep the Preds, but then the Preds split with the Sharks, the Kings hit 82. So that's how it works, all that scheduling gymnastics. But here we go, third period underway, face-off won by the Maple Leafs. And I get home and homes, that's fine, just not late in the season. Exactly. Although it's a home and home divisional is where they'll say it. But here we go to the near side. The Sharks intercepting, taking it away in the offensive end along the boards. Trying to get themselves another goal, a bit more, comforting. As it's going to be taken and cleared out by the Leafs. Played by Nedeljkovic to the near side. But yeah, honestly, that's my biggest gripe with the NHL is that scheduling is so, crazy. Let's see, we got E.O. Layden saying, I just came from the Hawks game. Sharks are my second favorite team. Well, hey, at least the Sharks are pulling well. Or from the Hawks game? I mean, at least the Sharks are doing well. A chance, a shot, not going to make it to the net. But yeah. Why do you play a team in week 3 and not again until week 17? Then you play another 15 and 18. Yeah, it's weird. Scheduling is always weird, and it always throws me for a loop. But what was good, E.O. Layden? Over to the near side corner, down low in the Sharks' offensive end, top of the zone, wing to wing, working it around, a shot denied, and over to the far corner, taken by Kiefer Sherwood. Along the boards, down low, taken back by the Leafs, clearing the zone with a chance, and it's going to go all the way out. I'm going to skip that. And we're going to skip that. There we go. So here we go to the far side, the Sharks moving it up in through center to the offensive end, driving the zone shot, gonna go high and up into the netting, out of play. By the way, the Yins who were calling me out for the lemon lime Gatorade, you win. I brought the orange tonight. But seriously, I do drink the lemon lime. But the orange is the best flavor. The orange or the fruit punch. But here we go to the near side. The Leafs trying to clear the zone, and they will, but taken back by Dickinson and the Sharks in the neutral zone. A bit of a trip in front of the linesman, and there's your penalty. I believe that's Dakota Joshua going to the sin bin for his second time tonight for tripping. One would think Dakota Joshua would have learned. Yo, Eden, you are freaking awesome. You're freaking awesome. Much love. Man. But yeah, that's how things go. That is how it goes. Dakota Joshua in the sin bin for the second time tonight for tripping. And it's going to be a San Jose Sharks power play. Also, you have San Jose versus Nashville versus LA. Could be 0, 1, or 2 points per team for each of the 3 options. Absolutely. Yes, sir, John. That's what that notification is over there. That is for our subscribers, new subscribers. As a Orlov with a shot denied. Not going to make it to the net. But yeah, you guys can influence the stream by dropping that subscription as well. So if you have your subscriptions public, you'll pop up over there. But Orlov over to Toffoli to the near side. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Over to the far side. Smith shot and frozen up by Stolars. But yeah, so yeah, the light over there will also play the Penguins goal horn. Because, like, the Penguins are the best team ever. So, you know, we play the Pens goal horn on that. You know, only the best for our new subscribers. Which actually is kind of annoying, I guess, if you're a Flyers, Blue Jackets, or Capitals fan. You hit the subscribe button and it's the Penguins goal horn. But, you know, the best goal horn for a Pittsburgh channel. Oh, man. But if you just hear the goal horn and it's a lot louder, then yes, it's a goal. But Orlov to the near side, Celebrini working it along the circle near side, centering pass to Wenberg and up to the near side. Tied up for that puck, Celebrini, and moving it out the other way. Here comes a chance, a breakaway chance. Matthew Nyes, he shoots, he's denied. Passing up to the point, the Leafs with another shot, and Nedeljkovic having to work on the penalty kill. Nice save. All right, but I do gotta say, man, much love to Aliens. We just chicked up a few more subscribers, so much love to Aliens. Man, thoughts on Macklin? He's great. He's great. I've had him in fantasy all year. He's been like a heavyweight on my team, so I like him. Let's see, I'm actually new to hockey. Boyfriend took me to the February Hawks Sharks game. It was so much fun. Oh, hockey's amazing. It is an incredible sport to watch in person, but even on the TV, it's very exciting. Like, I love going to games. In fact, actually, if Yins want to live a hockey game out vicariously through me and PDF, tomorrow at around 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern, somewhere in that time frame, the game day vlog for Penguin Stars, our experience there, where we ended up getting on TV, is going to be live. So make sure you guys check that out. But here we go. Misa into the offensive end for the Sharks. Sherwood shot denied and kicked out by the Leafs. Number 2, I think this is still his rookie season. I could be wrong. He's still a teenager, so. Man, you got on TV? Yes, we did, John. We got on the TV because, well, you know, PDF always has to wear his Stars gear. So he wears a Des Bryant jersey underneath a Stars jersey with sweatpants underneath Dallas Stars shorts and a Cowboys hat and a fanny pack. Not the post-game show, but a chance in front! How do you not score? San Jose! You had it! You had it! You had the open net! You got robbed! Someone call the cops on Toronto, man. They just wide open net. Oh my gosh. A beautiful defensive play there by the Leafs to stop that goal. That was a wide open. Let me take a look at that. They're showing the replay now. I got to just absorb this real quick. The shot, Stolars goes across. It's poked in. What a save by Benoit. Wow. Man, that was an incredible chance. Misa hits the post. Ecklund tries to punch it in. And Benoit uses his stick to poke it out. Wow, that is a save that's going to be replayed for years to come. Oh man, is the puck going to be back in behind the net of Nedeljkovic to the near side, and it's along the boards, tied up still near the circle. Working it around. Tavares trying to free it up, goes down low behind the net, taken out in front, and that puck gets cleared all the way out. But yes, so I had that, and then meanwhile, I had my Crosby jersey, the Penguins scarf. I had the blue Penguins flag behind me on me as well. You know, in a terrible towel. And this guy comes up, he's like, you guys look weird. Or not weird, he's like, you guys look interesting. Care to give me some cheers so we can use it for our new slow-mo feature for Sportsnet Pittsburgh? So, you know, it was kind of crazy. Well, it was the Stars. It was the Dallas Stars. So, and a chance for the Sharks. Near side, not able to go. But yeah, so that's what it was that he saw us, because it's Penn Stars. So, you know, he wears his Dallas stuff. I wear my Pittsburgh stuff. He's like, you guys look interesting. Care to give us some cheers for for us to use our slow-mo with it? And it was for Pittsburgh Sportsnet. And they ended up using our clip in the pregame show right before the game. So any broadcast replays on Sportsnet Pittsburgh don't show it. But on the original view, which is on ESPN Plus, if you guys have ESPN Plus, go to Penn Stars on the 28th, and we're within the first 10 minutes. You'll see us. So just keep an eye out on that, because that was really cool. Yeah, it made sense. So yeah, he saw us. He was like, that looks cool. I don't have access to the stream. Who scored for the Sharks? I can pull it up here real quick. We always keep the game center open. As the Leafs moving it the near side, Michelli trying to work it. So for the goals for the Sharks, it was William Ecklund in the second period, assisted by Wenberg and Sherwood. In the first period, it was Colin Graff, assisted by Misa and Toffoli. And then Zach Ostapchuk, assisted by Goodrow and Orlov. As the Leafs are threatening Nedeljkovic. Over to the near side, and in front of the net, the Sharks trying to move it out now. Here comes your chance. 2-on-3 to the offensive end. The Sharks are going to dump and go into the zone. Okay, I'm feeling my voice back, so we're going to go back to our normal setup. And here we go, into the offensive end. Backing around to the near side, down low. The Leafs trying to play it into the corner. Taken out by Mohamed Dulin. His name always trips me up. It always trips me up, bro. Like, I like covering hockey, but like his name always throws me off, and I don't know why. But here we go to the offensive end. Here come the Leafs driving at the far side. Toronto really trying to keep the momentum going this period, trying to get themselves back in this one. Remember, a 2-goal lead is considered the most dangerous lead in hockey, so keep that in mind, Sharks fans. You're not out of the water just yet. Along the boards towards the top of the zone, and the Leafs sending it back down again. Played by Robertson, back in behind the net to the near side from Grew. Shot by Benoit, and it goes redirected to the far side. Along the boards, back down low again. Played there off of the stick of going to be Ferraro. And let's see, 2 goals on home ice. It is 2 goals on home ice, yes. But at the same time, the most dangerous lead in hockey is often considered to be the 2-goal lead. But here we go. It's often said a 1-goal lead is no lead, and a 2-goal lead is the smallest lead in hockey. As the Leafs driving the net, Nedeljkovic, a nice save. Oh yeah, it definitely can give false hope. It absolutely can and does give false hope to teams. So real quick, 12:22 to go in the third period. They're stepping away for a commercial break. So let's go ahead and take a look at our other games going on right now. Start of the third period, the Calgary Flames and the Vegas Golden Knights tied up at 3 apiece, but they have an ice problem that's holding things up. Meanwhile, the Mammoth and Kraken, Utah with a 3-2 lead. The goals by Logan Cooley and Nick Schmaltz. Cooley with 2. Also, it's going to be Marchessault getting a goal, and the Predators just getting another goal. Steven Stamkos, Stammer with a goal to go up 4-1 over the Kings. By the way, it was Adrian Kempe with the goal for the LA Kings. But we're waiting on the ice problem going on in Vegas. I wonder what that is. I wonder what their ice problem is. Let me see, Vegas. First off, let me follow NHL News so I can get all the stuff. By the way, Vancouver did clinch the best odds for the first overall pick with a loss tonight. So they did clinch it. And Minnesota did clinch as well tonight. Okay. Let's see. Just taking a look here. Man, home crowd, you're up by 2, feeling good. Wait, 1 goal lead. Okay, we're at homes. We're still fine. Right hand. Bingo. Yep, exactly. Oh, trust me. The Penguins know that. That happened to them against this San Jose team back in December. 5-1 in the third period with 13 minutes to go. And the Pens still lost 6-5. So, oh, trust me. I know all too well, John. I know all too well. No lead is safe in hockey. Yeah. Oh, man. But here we go. We got to face off to the right of Nedeljkovic. Oh, man. But let's see. Top of the zone. And ready to roll, coming up the other way. Here come the Sharks to the offensive end, near side corner, down low. The Flames at Golden Knights here. Blues blew 5 leads in the last 2 minutes of the season. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we saw that stat last night. Yeah, they're just saying ice repair delay. So we'll see how long that delay lasts. But back over to the near side, the Sharks taking it out of their own end to the far side from Orlov, ultimately dumping it up into the offensive end, going for a change, going for the good old dump and change. Over to the far side, 3 times versus the Stars. Oh my gosh. But here we go, through center to the offensive end, Domi sending it to the near side, back on in behind the net to the far side, moving it around, and it's cleared out by the Sharks, but it's going to be a San Jose icing. All right, by the way, I am going to mention this. Again, not a requirement at all. This stuff is always free for everyone forever. But this game was chosen by our channel members. Much love to those 5 channel members. But they were the ones that got the access to choose what game I covered. I gave them a few options. They voted in a poll, and this one won. So any level can do it for as low as $3 a month. I think is the lowest level we have, $2 or $3 a month. Not required, but it's up to you. We try to do one of these streams a week, so, you know, if it does seem interesting to you, go ahead and join the channel. Otherwise, you know, you can still join. This content's still free for everyone forever. No pressure. Just figured I'd lay that out there because it does help the channel. But over to the near side, it's going to be the Sharks moving it up into the offensive end. Played off of the stick of Stolars to the near side. Leafs versus Sharks. Yes, sir, John. I gave them 4 options. I gave the channel members 4 options, those being the 4 games going on right now, as the Leafs are trying to threaten, but the Sharks are going to clear the zone. Yeah, it was Calgary, Vegas, Leafs, Sharks, Mammoth Kraken, or Preds, Kings. And the members ended up choosing this one. So here we go. Over to the far side, the Leafs trying to take it back into the offensive end, and it's official. That game is delayed between the Flames and the Golden Knights. We're waiting to see what that issue is there and how long it'll take to get resolved, as we are ready to roll at through center ice and back on into the defensive end. The Leafs taking it along the boards into the offensive end. That's going to be Robertson looking for some help, sending it down low, and that puck going to be taken out. Never mind, kept in by the Leafs. Down low, trying to center pass, and towards Nylander, could not connect. Puck gets cleared out into center ice. Over to the far side now in the defensive end. Here come the Leafs. Up through center and kicked back into the offensive end by Misa. And back on in behind the net is going to be Simon Benoit. Over to the far side, he'll leave it. And trying to pass it back to Benoit. Through center they go to the offensive end. Driving into the corner, moving it around is going to be Mukama Deline. To the near side, top of the zone, cleared out. 9:23 to go. Each team had an emoji or two. What would each team's emoji code be? I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Some of them are obvious, but, you know, that's a tough one for certain teams. Like, Senators. What would that be? By the way, the Leafs ice the puck. The Blues would probably just be blue, or a musical note. Blue, dabba dee dabba die. Oh man. There are some tough teams though. Blue Jackets. I don't know what you would do for that. Capitals. There's a lot of interesting ones that'll be tough. Trumpet mayhaps. But here we go. All right, taking a look now. So it's a big ice issue near one of the nets. So they're trying to figure out. Okay, then. Yeah, it's a big old issue to the backside of one of the nets. As the Sharks get it in their own end. And here we go to the near side, sent into the offensive end by Gaudette, and the Leafs take it back over to the far side, moving it up through center they go. Back in behind Nedeljkovic, over to the near side, top of the zone, kept out by Gaudette, up through center into the offensive end, driving down low towards the net, wrapping it around near side pass, not able to make it. Top of the zone, sent back down low again, and along the boards they're working. Back in behind Stolars, taken off of the stick there of Philippe Myers. And here they go. What would Canucks be though? Cause like, isn't a Canuck just like another name for a Canadian or something like that? What is a Canuck? What even is a Canuck? What is a Canuck? It's a Canadian. So, what would you use for Canucks? Like just a guy? What would it be for the Canucks? Just a dude named Paul? Oh my gosh. Belong was a whale, but Canuck is a Canadian. So it's essentially the Vancouver Canadians. So when the Canucks play when Vancouver plays Montreal, it's the Vancouver Canadians against the Montreal Canadians. Oh man, Nedeljkovic making the stop. Oh my gosh. Is it like an animal? Is it? It peaked in popularity like in the 1920s. Canuck meaning is it Canuck an animal? Canuck is a wild crow. What? So why is it a whale? Why is their logo a whale? What? Vancouver, I have so many questions for your hockey team. You name yourself the Canucks, which most common definitions for Canuck is a Canadian. Another animal definition is a famous wild crow from Vancouver, Canada. So why is it a whale? Why is it a whale? A Canuck is a wild crow. It's the name of a wild crow. So again, it's not even an animal species. So why is it a whale? It's a whale breaking out of ice. Are you kidding me? Hold on. We might have it. We might have the answer. 4-year-old male, southern resident, killer whale who lived at SeaWorld or... Okay, what? So, Vancouver, the more I dive into this, the weirder and weirder it gets. So the Vancouver Canucks have 3 options. They either are a Canadian, like essentially the Vancouver Canadians. They could have, based it off of a bird from Vancouver, Canada. Not a species, but a bird named Canuck. Or a killer whale named Canuck at SeaWorld Orlando. Vancouver. I have so many questions. None of them are going to make sense. But why? What are you doing? There's 3 options, and you didn't get it right. If you chose the whale from SeaWorld, why a whale from SeaWorld Orlando? Because it ties into the fact that you're from Canada? I'm sure there's something else you could have done. Oh my gosh. Like, I get the idea, but like, why? Oh my gosh. It's either a crow from Canada, a Canadian, or a whale from SeaWorld Orlando. Make it make sense. As the puck goes out of play. Oh my gosh. I can't. I honestly can't. I can't anymore with Vancouver. Next time I call them, next time I call a Canucks game, bro, it's just gonna be, you know, the Canadians move, or the Vancouver Canadians moving it around, and they pass to another Vancouver SeaWorld Orlando killer whale. The Leafs with the puck out of their own end, trying to move it through center. To the near side, to the offensive end, driving down low, shot by McCabe. Oh no, I gotta see this. Critiquing all them with hidden meanings. Okay, I'll take a look at that later, bro. I'll take a look at that later. As we roll to the near side, top of the zone, sent back down by the Leafs into the corner, near side. Tavares now on the puck. 5 Points Vids, NHL logos from a couple years ago. Yeah, I know 5 Points Vids doing that kind of stuff, bro. Although, part of me is kind of hoping I end up getting to meet Utree and or Pittsburgh Dad, because I'm going to be down at the draft the first 2 nights. So, by the way, JasonsRealm live from the draft. As long as I have Wi-Fi down in Heinz Field, we'll be live for the draft, which will be awesome. Live on location. JasonsRealm live on location. As the Leafs move it to the near side. That's what I gotta call that series. I gotta make a playlist and just call it JasonsRealm live on location. Like, that's what it is. So here we go to the near side. The Sharks flipping it. Oh, excuse me. Flipping it up to the offensive end. Now behind the net, here come the Leafs. Moving it out to the near side through center with Robertson. Into the offensive end behind the net of Nedeljkovic to the far side, wrapping it around. And the Leafs trying to keep it down low into the corner, near side to the top of the zone. Shot Morgan Riley. Nice block there by Graf. And here come the Sharks. Up through center to the offensive end, sending it back on in behind the net over to the far side. Getting it cleared up along the boards, but kept in by Macklin Wonderkid Celebrini over to the near side along the boards. Canucks logo at 129. I'll take a look at that later. A chance, a nice shot, but gonna be saved by Stolars. Man. 4:37 to go here in our regulation period. Taking a look, is that game still delayed? It is. Bro, this game is like 7 minutes ahead of any other game. By the way, the Mammoth now at 5-2. Goals there by JJ Peterka and Dylan Gunther. And the Kings, Adrian Kempe getting a second goal and Scott Lawton getting a goal. So 4-3, 4:13 to go in the second. We might hang around a little bit after this game because there's going to be a lot of games still going on. So we might need to hang around a little bit after this game. Yes, sir. Mikhail Sergachev. Or wait, no Sergachev. No Sergachev. No Sergachev. JJ Peterka and Dylan Gunther. And they're still working on that ice problem in Vegas, baby. It's been delayed more than several minutes. It has been delayed more than several minutes. Wait, what? The Zamboni? The Zamboni caused it? Wait. They brought out a fire extinguisher. What? What in the world is going on in Vegas? The Zamboni supposedly caused an ice issue. The ice crew then brings out a fire extinguisher to fix the ice issue. Oh no, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my gosh. That is crazy, bro. They brought out a fire extinguisher to fix the ice issue caused by the Zamboni. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous, bro. That is ridiculous. Oh man. So here we go. Over to the near side along the boards. And it's going to be in the offensive end for the Sharks. Wenberg sending it to the point. Shot goes wide. An 8-on-3 power play. They're inspecting the ice. Oh my gosh. 10 players inspecting the ice. Standing around and checking the issue. This is just entertainment at this point. But here we go. It's going to be not ice, but over to the far side. The Leafs trying to move it out into the offensive end. Oh, man. So working around the near side. And up on into the neutral zone. The puck gets cleared out by the Sharks. Moving it now the other way. Here comes Domi. Toronto rocking with the empty net. And here we go. Over to the far side, moving it up through center. Here comes your chance with the Maple Leafs. Into the offensive end, a chance. And that puck going to get cleared back out by San Jose. Over to the near side, into the offensive end, forced off of the stick of Riley. To the far side, along the boards. And that was from Cohen, along the top of the zone, back to Cohen. Looking for Domi. Over to the near side, down low. That's Riley, back to Domi. Domi with a shot, and it's going to go wide of the net to the far side. Moving it around now along the board. Shot, and going to go back in behind the net. Playing with it now to the far side. And centering pass, driving down low with a chance in front of the net. Denied, loose puck to the near side, and it gets cleared out. You're going to say no icing, would have missed the net anyway, and here come the Leafs. Moving it out the near side. And here they go. Moving it in, played by Nedeljkovic. Back in behind the net to the far side. Oh my gosh. So the Leafs down low into the corner. And around to the far side again. Top of the zone. Working with it. Nylander driving. Shot kicked away. Near side. Domi sending it down low. 1:56 to go in regulation. Over to the far side. And that puck. Top of the zone. Sent back down. Kept in by the Leafs. And around the near side. The puck going to try and get cleared out. So the Leafs get it back. Michelli in their own end. Working with it now over to the far side. And back across to the near. Easton Cohen looking for some help. And we got a whistle. Bro, it's been over 40 minutes in between periods and they still haven't played. They still haven't even hit the ice. They're using a fire extinguisher because I think it looks like they had to use spray paint. Wait, what? So they had to use spray paint. And then in order to dry said spray paint, they had to use a fire extinguisher. What in the world happened? The work ice has been going on for 30 minutes, and there was apparently a situation similar to this back in 2016, Wings Hurricanes. Oh, here we go. Dumped into the offensive end again with the empty net. Nedeljkovic clearing it to the near side, taken by Toronto down low, wrapping it around to the far side, up to the point, back down low again. Along the far side to the point, and again at the far side, over to the near. That's Michelli down low, connecting with McCabe. Shot not going to go, wrapping it around the far side. Top of the zone, shot not able to connect over there with Yarncroc. And that puck gonna get cleared out. Here comes the empty net goal. It's going to be scored off of the stick of Adam. Got it. All right. That's going to be 4-3 with just under a minute to play. Man, I just can't believe that. Let me play the goal horn here. We have the Leafs goal horn. We don't have the Sharks goal horn. That's one of the ones that are not automated. I'll figure that one out. Oh my gosh. That's kind of crazy. So what caused it? So here we go. The Sharks moving it out the far side. This game is all but lost. That scoreboard's bedtime. Well, it's not that, John. It's because the 2-letter team names like SJ, I always use SJS on my notation, and within the code something's messed up. So I haven't had the time, but I'm going to take advantage of my new situation to try to fix it. But here we go, over to the near side, back down low. That's going to be played by Muhammadulin to the far side. 20 seconds to go, and that puck's going to be taken by the Sharks. All right, to the near side, back on in behind the net of Stolars. Playing it around near side, and it's going to be taken down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this game is final with the San Jose Sharks winning by a final score of 4-1 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. A big win there for San Jose in the wild card race in the Western Conference. They now temporarily leapfrog the Kings, but the Kings will take it back with a win tonight. But they are jumping someone here. San Jose, or they're either jumping San Jose, or San Jose is either jumping Nashville or the Kings. So we'll see. In the meantime, I want to figure out what's going on with Vegas. I want to figure out what in the world is going on with Vegas. Because this is a freaking disaster. I mean, let me see here. Oh my gosh, they're actually playing the third period. They're playing the third period. Good job, guys. You're playing the third period. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You know what? I'm feeling generous for you guys. I'm feeling generous for you guys tonight. How about we call this third period of action? I have no clue who's in net, but we'll call this third period of action. It's not going to be automated. We could make it automated. I might make it automated. We'll see. I can work it out. Let's see. There's my Vegas call sheet. I won't have all the names, but I can provide coverage of Calgary Vegas for you. I mean, they did just start the third period, so we have a whole period of action to call, and maybe more because, well, we're going into overtime, potentially. It's 3-3 right now. So let me go ahead real quick and go delete. We're going to delete these. We're going to restart the program. Control-C. We're going to rerun it, and we're going to feed it the away team, 2. We need to feed it... Oh, I am not there. I need to feed the 2 here. We're going to feed it CGY and VGK. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and update you to be a VGK. And we're going to update Toronto to be Calgary. We'll do a little bit of call of that game, as we have a little bit of time here. And let me grab my my banners. That's the nice thing, is that because I have everything kind of pre-made, I can like flip on the fly like this. Oh man, so Calgary is the road team, and then the home team is going to be Vegas, baby. So we're switching our coverage a little bit here. Now the previous game did go final. No. There we go. I get very picky about the lining on this. And there we go. We are back and ready to go for Vegas, baby. So here we go. We got an offside on Calgary. That's the nice thing. Is that just having everything there just makes it really nice and easy Son of a gun, Winnipeg. Nobody invited you. Be gone. Yeah, since we have a whole third period, might as well call it. So taking a look there at Pahal getting, oh my gosh, what happened to Riley Smith? He just went, woo! What was that all about? He just kind of lost his footing and just went, woo! So here we go, back over to the far side. Vegas trying to move it out. That's going to be Dorofeyev along the boards, top of the zone, and going to get moved into the neutral zone by Calgary. To the offensive end, they'll send it behind the net of, who are you? Why do you have a regular mask? I don't know who's in net here. It's number 78 for Vegas. Going to go wide and frozen up. It's actually 79, not frozen. Let me get an idea as to who's starting in net so I know. Vegas, it is going to be Carter Hart in net for Vegas, working it around now through center. Is Carter Hart 79? Doesn't sound right. Let's see, Carter Hart. He's rocking a white mask. Let me see here. That is Carter Hart. Why is he rocking the white mask? Doesn't he have a Vegas mask? Been around for like forever with them. So here we go. Vegas driving the net, losing control. Yo, what's good, Yoda? How you doing, bro? And moving around top of the zone, gets cleared out. Still on. Yes, sir. We're going to be covering some third period action of Calgary and Vegas because they had an ice issue, which delayed the game about an extra 20 minutes. So, you know, I figure we can give you some third period coverage as we got going to the sin bin. I believe it's going to be Oli Mata. I believe going to the sin bin for a delay of game. He does have a strange number. I remember a jersey number. Yeah. Well, it's not just the jersey number. It's the mask. Bro's not in a themed mask. He's in a default white mask. He's like the bacon hairs in Roblox when I was younger. Like, you know, the default skins. Oh, man. But here we go, ready to rumble. Near side draw taken by Calgary out of their own end, flipping it up through center. And taken back by Vegas along the far side. Hannafin up through center now to the near side of the offensive end. Flipping it around now off of the stick of Rasmus Anderson, top of the zone. Shot. Gonna go wide. Rebound around the far side. Yeah, that is strange. I don't know why he has that. But here we go to the near side along the boards, tied up. We are down low to the far side, cleared out by Calgary. Yo, what's good, JP Power? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Out rocking the Flames tonight. Well, here we go, back on into the defensive end. Calgary with the puck, wing to wing to the near side. Trying to go up through center with Parik. And back on in behind the net of Carter Hart, tied up for that puck. Along the near side to the top of the zone. Golden Knights having an off season. Oh man, yeah, they are having an off season this year. It's weird. It's weird. But here we go, right in front of the net. The Knights trying to crash it, not able to crash the party. Here comes Calgary the other way, rocking a 3-on-3 shot, goes wide of the white masked Hart. And now to the near side and trying to move it out off of Kolasar. And Vegas going to chase it down behind Carter Hart. Over to the far side, moving it out the other way. 13:50 to go in this third period. 29 shots for Vegas, 20 for Calgary, and another high-impact game for both of these teams. Into the offensive end, Calgary goes. Looking to pass centering, not able to connect. Nobody home. Along the boards, Alexander Holtz trying to move it up now to the near side. Off of the stick of going to be Kolasar, I believe, into the corner. Oh no, Vegas will still make the playoffs because the Pacific is just a participation. The Pacific's just a participation trophy at this point. The entire division is just a you participated, good job. I mean, granted, you got to win your division. I think that is a valuable playoff spot, but like, it's a participation trophy this year, so they're still gonna get in. Yes, Vegas is very good at losing in overtime or shootouts. Exactly. But here we go. Calgary up through center to the offensive end, working off of the stick of Coronado into the corner. Puck comes loose, taken back by Vegas. That's going to be off of the stick of Lazon. Into the offensive end, now Dorofeyev passing across, not able to connect, taken back by Calgary. Over to the near side, bumped back down by Lazon. Behind the net to the far side. The Knights working with it, sending it back down low again. My phone just buzzed. Over to the near side. Played back in behind the net again. Oh, Wild Series and Preds Kings. What? I gotta see this. So it's gonna be back in behind the net of Hart, and it's icing. So ESPN just notified me with, and I quote, Darcy Kemper throws his stick at the puck, resulting in a penalty shot for Ryan O'Reilly. So Darcy Kemper gave a penalty shot against him. I need to see this. I gotta see this. Where's the video? Give me the video. Let me see. Oh, shut up, Ad. Let me see here. Pacific is a participation trophy at this point. You know, teams are gonna win by default. But I'm really wanting to see what Darcy Kemper did to essentially get a penalty shot against him. Let's see. Here comes the opportunity. Towards the end of the first period. Wait a minute. How is that a penalty? He throws a stick, nobody trips. Nobody trips. I don't get how that's a penalty shot. What? And it was for Ryan O'Reilly. It hits him in the skate, but I don't see a trip. Thankfully, O'Reilly didn't score on the penalty shot, but that's crazy. He didn't trip. He literally didn't trip. His skate was nudged an inch. That's not tripping. That is not tripping. I'm sorry. But I'm glad that O'Reilly didn't score on that penalty shot, because that would have been absolutely ridiculous. Man. And the Mammoth rocking away here. Another goal for them. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's just 6-2. Goalie with 2, Gunther with 1, Schmaltz with 1, Paterka with 1. And at the end of 2, Preds and Kings still tied up at 4-3. Or still set at 4-3. While we're at this commercial break, I'm going to update the score for Leafs Sharks real quick in the Discord server. And Toronto not able to get eliminated tonight, though. So all of our playoff scenarios are settled for tonight. You go ahead and edit message and call it SJS. +2 points. Final score was 1-4. There we go. They're taking a look at the... They're refixing the same part on the ice. Are you freaking kidding me? Da 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 da. He had the fire extinguisher back out again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy, bro. Let me take a look at this plus minus real quick for you, John. Box score in a new tab. Oh my gosh, the Braves routed the Diamondbacks today. 17-2. Wow. But here we go. That puck gonna get chased down. Breakaway chance, passing back, shot on Hart. Not gonna go. But taking a look here real quick for Mikhail Sergachev. He has a rating of 1. 4 shots on goal. 1 assist, 1 helper on the night. So here we go. Vegas is on the power play. I need to update that on the graphic. I did not realize that was the case. So let's go here. Power play, home. Vegas is on the power play. Up through center, passing back up on into the offensive end. Here comes Vegas, coughing up that puck, but Dorofeyev back on top of it. Over to the far side, up to the point. That's to Marner, to the near side, down low, off of Eichel's stick, down into the corner again. Eichel trying to free it up, and a chance in front. Shot, not going to make it. To the near side, back to Eichel. Trying to pass down low again, back up to the point. Pass gets deflected, and Marner gets it back into the neutral zone. And making short of the ice problems? I don't know, man. I don't know if I have enough knowledge on this is the problem. But we'll see. Oh, man. So here we go. Up on into the offensive end to the far side. Played around again off of the stick now to the near side. Here comes Vegas. Top of the zone. Over to the far side again. Back to the point. And now driving it down. Shot. Not gonna go. Over to the far side. Moving it out now through center into the offensive end. Driving down low. Working with it up to the neutral zone again. Back to the near side. Working that puck around. It's going to be not Vegas, Calgary. Over to the far side. I might need to make that short. We might wrap this stream up a little bit, like at the next commercial break, so I can work on that short, honestly. Because that would be that might be a good short idea. You might actually be onto something, John. So here we go, over to the far side, back on in behind the net to the near side. But the thing is, I don't want to be up till 2 in the morning making a short if I don't have to be. So, at least right now. But over to the near side, working it around up to the point with a chance, a shot denied. And back over to the near side. Still along the board, still free now, coming out the other way. Here comes Calgary. Power play does expire, by the way. Let me go ahead and end that poll because that is kind of, a moot point at this point. So we'll go ahead and end that poll, but working it around the near side. And here comes a chance. Vegas gets it back into their own end. Under 9 to go in this third period. Along the near side, passing back shot. Not going to go. A nice save. Yo, what's good, True? How you doing, bro? What we might do is actually, I might record the short while I'm on with you guys. I might record it while I'm on with you guys here. And then try to begin the editing process. So you guys get a little behind the scenes as to how these shorts get made. So you guys get to see the how the magic happens. Let me clip. Come on. Clip, you son of a gun. There you go. Okay, this should be a good area for the mic. Okay, I'm gonna just test the mic real quick. Let me go ahead and just do a little test. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me go ahead and make sure we're on video. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me hear that audio back real quick. Let me see. Yep, that sounds good. So I think we are going to record a short while we're live. Let's see. How do I want to coordinate this? I think that... Oh, we need to set my wallet up here. We're trying to record this short while live. Show the side of the magic on the ice and it's all good. Oh man, so we're gonna be recording a little short here real quick because there were some ice problems that needed to be fixed with a fire extinguisher. The NHL just had to fix ice with a fire extinguisher. In tonight's Vegas Golden Knights versus Calgary Flames game, the weirdest thing happened. So after the second period, the Zamboni does its laps and there ends up being an issue on the ice. Simple fix, right? Ice issues happen all the time. You just throw a little water in there, do what you gotta do, easy fix. Not quite with this one. It led to an over 20-minute delay involving spray paint, a fire extinguisher, and shovels. I can't even do it justice. I was following on X. We were covering another game at the time, but this was the craziest thing. They had to use a fire extinguisher, I presume, to dry the spray paint that they were using to fix the ice. What in the world happened? Let me know if you guys know anything more in the comments, because this just was confusing and downright weird. Subscribe for more content like this in your Shorts feed. There we go. You guys just saw the magic of how a short is recorded. It's really easy. It's really quick and simple. As long as I can actually speak the words right. That's the big problem, is when I'm not speaking my words right, then you'll see that's when shorts take 20 minutes to record. Okay. So here we go, working around to the far side, back on in behind the net of Hart. And it's going to be taken by Vegas. You were quick to the point? Absolutely. That's my goal with the shorts, to be quick to the point, because people have short attention spans. People have the attention spans of a potato nowadays, so you got to be able to be quick. And who will win? Well, it's really an up in the air game. I've been tracking it throughout the night. It's been really a back and forth game, Ranga. But now to the near side, behind the net. But yeah, my goal is just be quick and poignant on those shorts. For the verse of the day, it's a little different because I want to make sure I'm getting the point across that I want to get across, and I want to keep it more authentic. People was, never mind, Vegas shoots and scores. That is going to be scored by Brett Howden, giving Vegas a 4-3 lead. Wait for the scoreboard to update, and we'll get the bam, 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 or whatever it is for Vegas's goal horn. But yeah, my goal is to keep it, short and to the point, except for verse of the day, where people, once they get to the verse, they're going to be kind of sucked into what I have to say a little bit more, if you're sticking around for the verse. So I feel like I get a little bit more on that. But with these other like sports news, you got to be quick. If you're not quick, you'll lose viewers and people will swipe. So it's a matter of being quick and to the point and very pungent, or very poignant, I should say, not pungent. So that's why it was as quick as it was. There's the goal horn. Let me go ahead and share this with myself over Discord. Wait a minute, can I Bluetooth it? Can I share it over Bluetooth? This is new. Woo! I need to download the quick share app for Windows on my laptop. As Calgary taking it over to the near side. Go to the Windows store and find quick share, because that's the equivalent of airdrop. Over to the near side, down low. All right, so around the near side, moving it around top of the zone. What's good, RFK? And Ranga saying 4-5 Vegas. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Must have had an airlock in coolant, or in the coolant. Could be worse with a leak. That's when the coolant. And what's the coolant ammonia? Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Like that was crazy. Like I'm watching them. They're using spray paint, and then they're using a freaking fire extinguisher to fix the ice. Like what? And happy Good Friday too. It is Good Friday. Yeah, it's Friday morning already. Happy Good Friday to audience out there. Oh my gosh, there's my cross. Okay, want to make sure I still had it. Okay, we're gonna make the changes. Yes, and that's gonna be icing on Vegas. I ate anchovy pizza today. You had to eat the prank pizza. Oh man, how'd that prank go, by the way? I'm curious, how'd that go? I'm trying to try this new feature on my phone. It's a like Bluetooth, like quick share kind of thing. You're a bit tired. Good night, John. Good night, John. Have yourself a blessed day tomorrow too, John. As we're ready to roll, near side, corner down low, moving that puck to the far side. Vegas moving it along the boards, up through center, taken back off of the stick of Parik, and into the near side neutral zone, taken back Calgary with that puck. Into the offensive end they go. Parik near side, down low, losing it to Vegas, over to the far side, and it's gonna be kicked up. Yeah, thank you, John. So now up to the top of the zone, over to the near side, flipping it back down low, into the corner, and moving it around near side with that puck. Down low behind the net, played around near side. Vegas trying to flip it out, they will. Man, it went well, but the person knew something was weird, tried to play it off as bacon. They took one bite of the fishy taste and found out. They took the anchovies off but left the pineapples. Pineapple and pizza, I don't have either way with. I tried it. It's not my cup of tea, but I don't hate anyone that does. I don't find it as a sin. I need to find a pizza shop that delivers morning pizzas like Gran Torino anchovies for breakfast. So it's gonna be a nice little save there by Dustin Wolf. Or Dustin Wolf. Is he open the quick share app? Let me try quick share. Let's see. Continue. Looking for nearby devices. I need to use the quick share app provided by Google. What? Screw it, I'm just using Discord. I'm not going through 10 different things. What's good, Colin? How you doing, bro? How you doing? It wasn't bad, just salty. They always put too much. Fair enough. Let's see. Do you think Calgary can score a goal? I think they can. They've proven it multiple times tonight. So, but yeah, Colin, we are just kind of rocking our way through here as I'm trying to send myself a short that I'm going to edit into a video, which I might do that on stream with you guys here so that you guys get to see kind of the process. It's a very quick and basic process, but it's something that's pretty cool. Unite? Man. Let's see. Canucks tank is complete. That is true. Tonight, the Vancouver Canucks clinching the worst possible record in the NHL this year. Oh, man. Let's see. I was about to say, show us the short. Oh, the short. I'm hoping if I can get it edited while we're live, I'm hoping I can upload it while I'm live with you guys tonight. So you can actually see it in action. The only thing is, I'm gonna have to find some video on X, but we'll try to see what we can do. Because I did record it a little bit ago here on stream, friggins. Oh man, let me go over to the Discord. Over to here and download. Oh man. Think you don't have work tomorrow? Well, about that. You know, I'll be upfront and honest. The work I was doing, they hired me in an expansion role saying, hey, we got work coming in. Work never materialized. So, you know, it is what it is. They didn't have the work for me, so they had to lay me off. They had to lay off the position, you know. Not ideal because, you know, it was a nice paycheck. You know, compared to what I would do within a service industry, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So we're in the middle of a transitionary period right now. So, you know, I'm trying to take advantage of this time and just double down on the channel because this is where my passion truly lies. Like if I could leverage this into something that can help support me, I mean, this is what I would love to do. You know, and I've been praying over this channel. I pray over it almost every night. You know, that, you know, he'll direct me, God will direct me into which content to do, what verses to provide for for verse of the day, and just generally direct my content journey, you know what I mean? Because ultimately the algorithm is people say the algorithm's in control. Who controls the algorithm? He does. Man, who Mr. Beast did, not the cheese pizza thing. Put your life into YouTube, and if it fails, you're on the streets. If it succeeds, I'm not gonna do it that way, but I am leaning into the idea. I've been flirting with the idea, maybe of going service industry for a little bit, just kind of get myself reorganized as the Vegas Golden Knights score again. That goal gonna be scored by number 49, Ivan Barbashev. But yeah, I mean, though I am gonna be going harder into the YouTube channel for now, absolutely. Abso-frickin-lutely. That's kind of, I mean, because this is what I would love to be able to do. I love chilling down here, chatting sports with Ians, making sports content. This is ultimately my dream. There's the goal horn. There's the goal horn. Okay, let me go and open up a new tab in the File Explorer. Go to... It's a long goal horn. It is a long goal horn. JasonsRealm reboot, raw video, and drag this over into raw video. Oh, he grabs to retire. Oh my gosh. Rename ice delay short. Man, we're gonna fire. Nah. Bring back the tree. That's up to Dad because he wanted to move it because he was tired of it being on him. So that's totally up to him. I want it back, but he's gonna say no and he's gonna fight it back. So, you know, file project manager. The 4.5 to go here, and Calgary needing to get going. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we'll see here. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This is something I would love to be able to make as a full-time thing. It's just a matter of making it financially feasible, but I'm going to be pouring a lot of effort over these next few weeks into this channel because I really want to make this be the thing that I can do. Because I love doing this, you know? There's Bagel. She's upstairs. She's sleeping. Bagel's a little sleepy dog. Oh, man. Let me go over here. And let me go into the media pool and go ahead and create a new timeline. Oh, new timeline. We're going to go timeline, create new. Oh, nope. Timeline. Come on. Nope, nope. So stupid. There we go. Create new timeline. You have any real bagels? We might have some in the house. Calgary or Vegas. Ice emergency. All right, so over to the far side, the Flames sending it back down behind the net. Over to the near side, trying to flip it around. I've never called a game while editing before. This is like weird. Oh, man. But here we go, over to the far side. And working it around now, it's Calgary out of their own end. Raw footage. Does anyone know his name means 0 goals? Oh, man. Subscriber, I'll make you call Cokes a pop. No, you will never make that happen. So there's the empty net goal for Vegas. 2.5 to go. And it's, never mind, it's icing. I thought they got it in, but they did not. It's going to be wide. Oh no, they're showing another Zamboni on the ice. It's going to break the ice again. We have another delay. Oh, man. Let's see.
NHL.
I need to make sure how this is going to go because I am doing my editing while live. I'll make you eat Cincy chili extra noodles. Bro, I don't do chili. I'm just swatting down all yo ideas. Man, let's grab a bottled Coke Zero. You know, I'm to the point with Coke Zero that I can tell you bottle from fountain from can. Blind taste test, I guarantee you I could tell you the difference. I could tell you just by taste which one's which, and there's the end-to-end shot, but it's going to be icing instead. So here we go. Coke Zero. Oh yeah, Coke Zero is my go-to soda, bro. The one true 0-calorie soda. Okay. So here we go. A nice little save there by Carter Hart. Go which for any drink? I'm not that good. I gotta really know the soda, but like with Coke Zero, I could tell you. Okay. That's another cut. The nice thing is these shorts are relatively easier to edit. It's a lot of just cuts. And then, you know, a lot of cuts, a lot of, relatively easier stuff. Gramps is trapped in the laptop. Oh, man. Coke bagels. Yes, sir. We need Coke bagels, bro. Oh, man. Let's see. So we'll see here. Ready to roll. Face-off going to be won by the Flames. Top of the zone. And it's going to go and over to the far corner. As Vegas going to try and move it out. They clear the zone. Okay. FBI, Jason, last name redacted as Trash's father in a laptop. I like how you redacted the last name, too. Oh, man. So let's see. Let's do that. Okay. Man. Okay. There we go. A nice little 38-second short. As Vegas driving the net, and he scores. Hats go onto the ice. That's his trick. That one gonna be for number 93, Mitch Marner. All right. Let me see. Fire extinguisher to fix ice. And then we're going to make the text a little bit smaller. And we're going to lower this down as the ice crew clears that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let AI edit it? No, I don't do that stuff. I don't do AI editing. I edit all my stuff myself. But I need to go on to X and find some video that I can credit of the situation. China and Russia are trending. That's surprising. Oh, man. Let's see, where is a video that I can use? Let's see. Flames at Golden Knights. There we go. That is the best never wrong. Honestly, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, bro, the titles and descriptions I use, I tweak them, but I use AI to help bounce ideas. I use AI to bounce ideas on that kind of stuff because it's better at SEO than I could ever be. Like, AI is an incredible tool if you use it right. So, let me see. Man, oh, where's the video? I know I saw a video on there of them using a fire extinguisher. Knowledge is never wrong, but leaves out important info or adds to it. It does. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I don't, I'll use it for certain things. But a lot of times I'll just use it for like the SEO stuff. Like I have a couple of prompts automatically that I can just feed it. Like, here's the teams, here's recent performance, here's why this game is important. And it generally does a pretty good job. Since I've started doing that, the channel has really kind of picked up. Where is the ice delay? Let me see here. Oh. Let me go ahead here and let me see. Let me open up Deck Collector because they reposted it. So I can just find it from there, and then from here, I can take a look. In my church, we had to sit the pastor down and stop making AI posters. We have people in the church who design for a living and who volunteer to do it. Absolutely. If you got people that automatically do, or that already do that stuff, absolutely, you do that. You go with those people. But for me, I know I'm not good with SEO. I know that SEO is a relative weakness of mine. So, ice issue. If I search up ice issue, I may be able to find it. Where's the fire extinguisher? Let's see. I can use... let's see. Okay. Let's see, over here. So around the near side, power play to end the game for Vegas, but it is over. Turns out his wife, he had no idea about it. Huh. Okay, let me see here. X video to MP4. Let's see. Let me go here and download video. Is that going to work? So the game did just wrap up, so we're going to be still live while I finish editing this short. There's the MP4. And then I'm going to just drag that into raw video. Drag that into raw footage by dragging it here. Vegas does get the win. Okay, let me shrink this. And let me drag myself. Oh, whoa, okay. Let's see, 2026 Cup champs. Well, we'll see. Let me see. Oh, I'm dragging the wrong one. We need to drag down. Yeah, I drag the text up. There we go. I think we have it here. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure we watch it. Yeah, it should happen. You know what? I'm going to increase the audio so you guys can hear a little bit of sample.
With this one, it led to an over 20-minute delay in spray paint.
Let me see here.
Led to an over 20-minute delay involved.
There we go. He cramps edited it. Oh, this is getting lazy. Oh man. Let's see here. Control C, Control V.
Spray paint. Fire extinguisher.
Okay. Now we need the other video, which is going to be. Is this showing the fire extinguisher? No, that's just showing the spray paint. Okay, so we can cut that. Man, sleeping all the time.
Led to an over 20-minute.
Let me see. I'm gonna go here.
Led to an over 20-minute delay involving spray paint.
Okay, and then where's the fire extinguisher portion? That is going to be over here, and that is going to be here. Bingo. That is exactly what I need. Next. Control V. Download video. And here we go. This video will get out tonight. Download MP4. And again, we go into here. Make sure our files are organized. Organized files are happy files. And now we go here and we do this. Okay.
A fire extinguisher.
Oh, I need to make sure this is the right size. 0.35. And the Y is 626. Okay.
In shovels. I can't even adjust.
There we go. Monroe napping. Oh, she's asleep. Let's see.
Content like this. To fix the ice.
There we go.
What in the world happened? Let me know if you guys know anything for the.
There we go. That's how we do it, and that is a short ready to go. Vegas ice issues. We're gonna I need to do a couple things here, and we will get this out here in a few minutes. Nice thing with shorts, they render pretty quick, so by the time I get everything set up for the SEO, it's like ready to go. So let me go sports video strategy. Yep, okay, next short. Okay, let me make sure I know what I need to tell it again. This short is about a major ice issue in the Vegas. Let's see. If each team had an emoji or two, you're pulling John's question on that one, RFK. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're on, bro. I remember that message from earlier. Let's see. Vegas Golden Knights versus Calgary Flames game tonight in Vegas. The ice supposedly had the issue caused. You're hoping to get to the second message. No, I got you. I know. By the Zamboni, and led to the use of spray paint, shovels, and a fire extinguisher. That's not a typical ice repair. Fire extinguishers are used for hot things like fires, not cold things like ice. The on-screen text reads, fire extinguisher to fix ice? And title idea is, right now, working title idea is probably along the lines of they needed a fire extinguisher to fix the ice? Okay. Oh man, I kind of messed up. I kind of messed up by sending this in the wrong chat, but oh well. I need to Control C, go back into projects. People even care about short tiles. The thing is, I always do it because it helps boost the SEO, and people will see it as the first thing they see. So sometimes that causes people to stick around a little bit. So that's why I concern about it, because I want to make sure that that thing that people are seeing is something that's going to catch their eye. So, like when you're swiping, if you see a random guy, you're going to look at the title as well. So you need that kind of scroll stopper right there. Okay, so now we're going to go into here. Make sure the video is rendered. So I go Jason Reboot, Final Video, Shorts, and Vegas Ice Issues. Is there audio? The NHL just had to fix ice with a... Bingo. Okay. I always make sure there's audio, because there was a couple times I've uploaded a video without audio, and it was embarrassing, to say the least, having to re-upload the video. So, I see a random guy with a big beard and a curly mullet, and it makes me stay. Oh, man. Well, I appreciate that, bro. Oh, man. That's actually part of the reason why I won't be going to Chick-fil-A if I'm going to be working in the food industry. Because I'd have to trim this. You don't want to see me without this. Is private person making it public. Yeah, well, for me, I know that they'll be good once they're ready to go. So I want to get it out so it's ready to go. So I always just make sure there's audio and then get it going. There's the description, SEO loaded, which again, I mean, a lot of people might bash me for this, but I honestly use ChatGPT to help this channel. Because I always make sure that, you know, I'm not this good with SEO, but I have the content, and if I can get the right SEO pairing, the videos, and I mean, this stream was put together partially by AI, if I'm being completely honest. So this kind of stuff is just something I use to help. So let me go ahead and do that. Next, add a related video. Can I tag the stream? Yes, I can. Next. Are these streams, Sora? Grams will violate TOS. Well, the thing is, the stream itself is no AI, but like the SEO, like the title, the description, the tags, that's all kind of SEO based. Or it's all AI based, where I used AI to help with those. Because the SEO helps with reach. If your SEO is through the roof, your content is going to reach more people and more of the right people that'll actually want to click through. So, and there we go. That short is live. So make sure you guys go ahead and give that short some love. Let me go ahead and put this computer to sleep, because I'm going to be ending the stream here relatively soon, but not before we take a look at this short. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Where is the channel? Let me first off go to we'll pull it up here. I don't know about that one, bro. Let's see. Let's go, bro. Let's go. I can dominate the JasonsRealm search. The first two results are the channel and the X with a whopping 10 plus followers. Oh man. I just tried it on a Google search just out of curiosity. Oh man, shorts. Let me go over here and we're gonna go to window capture and properties. Here we go. Or here before sub 878. Oh my gosh. Let's roll. Let's see. JasonsRealm YouTube. Done. Boom. Let's make that visible. Oh boy. So here's the channel. Let me make sure we are here. And here's the short. So you guys get a chance to watch it.
The NHL just had to fix ice with a fire extinguisher. In tonight's Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, we gotta up the audio a little bit. Hey, that guy does look like me.
The NHL just had to fix ice with a fire extinguisher. In tonight's Vegas Golden Knights versus Calgary Flames game, the weirdest thing happened. So after the second period, the Zamboni does its laps, and there ends up being an issue on the ice. Simple fix, right? Ice issues happen all the time. You just throw a little water in there, do what you gotta do.
Oh.
Not quite with this one. It led to an over 20-minute delay involving spray paint, a fire extinguisher, and shovel.
I just realized I'm cutting myself out of this.
Following on X, we were covering another game at the time, but this was the craziest thing. They had to use a fire extinguisher, I presume, to dry the spray paint that they were using to fix the ice. What in the world happened? Let me know if you guys know anything more in the comments. Subscribe for more content like this in your short feed. The NHL just had to fix ice with a fire.
So that is the short. Make sure you guys give it some love. And yeah, that was a short that we recorded, edited, and uploaded. Let's doom scroll. I am actually like kind of scared what's going to come up, but sure, we'll scroll through a couple shorts.
No wonder Shohei Ohtani always
Let's see.
covers
Shohei
his
Ohtani
mouth
talking with his
glove.
Uh-oh.
During a recent Dodgers versus Reds game, cameras caught Ohtani chatting with Ellie De La Cruz. But what really
Oh, I love these.
There you go. There we go. 2-2 game in the Bell Center.
I love these ref mic'd ups.
Communication. The puck never crossed the goal line. Oh, jeez. No goal.
The puck never did.
Oh man.
Marty St. Louis can't believe. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Uh-oh.
Got enough whistles? Not enough?
Oh, man. Oh, Pareko talking back.
One back. Yeah, not two. Give him a good... I can give one back now? Now we're even. Okay.
These are probably some older clips, but these are probably like, late 2010s, early 2020s. Some of them. But I do think I should wrap this stream up because I do got to get up in the morning. I got to get a few things done tomorrow. So, with that being said, if you guys did enjoy, man, drop a massive like, drop a sub. We'll be around here for some more streaming on Saturday. Also, some content coming out tomorrow around 11 a.m. Eastern. By 11 a.m. Eastern, the game day vlog will be up from the Stars Pens game. So make sure you guys check that out tomorrow. And with that, we'll catch you guys on Saturday. Peace out and have a good one. Have a good run.